I'll just find it.
Hello. Welcome to our amazing Halloween Dungeons & Dragons live stream. We're trying to get in the spooky spirit here at ThinkGeek HQ. I am joined here by a whole table of very interesting people. We're going to be joining up as a party to attend a vampire countess's ball. So we're going to see how that plays out. I'm going to send us to our DM, Dave, who is going to sort of introduce.
As you already said, my name is Nerdarchist Dave from Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds. And I'm so happy to be here with everyone.
Amazing. Oh boy, that is my screen.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to monitor this.
Blue bolts from heaven already, huh?
Yeah.
It's never happened before.
Hey, so everybody, that's exactly how long the delay is.
We now know how long the delay is. Sorry about that. That was my computer because I will be monitoring your comments here. So if you have any comments about what's going on or questions, let us know and we'll respond as we can.
As
Sorry,
you see,
Dave.
we got it covered.
Go ahead.
Anyway, my Nerdarchist Dave from Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds, and I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation. Appreciate it. At ThinkGeek HQ. You can find Nerdarchy at nerdarchy.com, YouTube channel, or Nerdarchy anywhere on the interwebs. Mm-hmm. And we will be playing, like you said, a spooky game. So Countess Veronica is having a ball tonight, and you've all been invited.
Hooray.
So why don't we go around the table and introduce both who we are as human people and then who we are playing in the game. I guess I will start. My name is Bianca. I work at ThinkGeek. You may have seen me at this time on this channel doing ThinkGeek This Week, so thank you for joining in if that's what you were tuning in for. This is sort of like almost a special episode. I will be playing Harold Howard Copperworth, Harold, if you will. I am playing a bugbear barbarian. I am actually a butler, and my whole goal is perhaps to seek employment here at this amazing castle, and that's sort of my backstory. So, Nick?
Hi, I'm Nick. I work here at ThinkGeek, and I was fortunate enough to be invited to this wonderful game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm playing Velisar Tulura, a half-elf warlock who is cursed by the ruler of the Gloaming Court.
Nice.
That was quick.
Not much to say.
My name is Seth Polanski. I've been a friend of Dave's for a while. I have been invited here to play. I'm an attorney, a filmmaker, an audio engineer. I do a lot of fun stuff.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, right. That's all.
That's all, just those like 5 things.
And I am playing a female Durgar rogue named Hela Gulloga Wellsdeep. H.G. Wellsdeep.
Oh. Spooky.
So, and the one thing I would like you to know about my character is the best way to get me to do something is to tell me no.
Good.
Perfect.
Just like in real life.
Nathan Nerdarch here from Nerdarchy, as well as Dave. I'm going to be playing Kelvin Reichard Jolsey III. I'm a necromancer, fallen Asimar, and I'm like the crazy uncle that people invite to parties just because.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm just...
Up there.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Hi,
I did that.
up in the air. I'm Jeff. I work here at ThinkGeek. I hang out with Bianca and do ThinkGeek This Week. I am playing Farrago Elinde. He is a drow bard, and I'm just here at this party to steal a woman.
Oh, that's weird. That's
not
super
going to be
weird.
awkward at all. Hi, I'm Donna. I also work here at ThinkGeek. I am playing Armada von Singhel, a human outlander fighter, and I'm kind of the buzzkill, I think. My character's like the straight man. But that's okay because I'm like really nervous, so I think it's going to work out really well.
It's going to be fine. You have literally 3 hours to like lose your nerves. By the end, I'm sure you'll be really
I'll be
into
okay
it.
in like 3 minutes.
All right, well, that is everyone. As we go through the adventure, I'm sure you'll get to know everyone's little idiosyncrasies as we play. But for now, I think let's just jump into it.
All right. So, actually, Armada, you were contacted by a benefactor that you've worked for in the past, and they've always been very discreet about who they are, who you're working with. But they've never steered you wrong, and they've always sent you in the directions of monsters, your favorite things to kill.
Yeah.
But this time, they actually had a very unique request. This time, you need some monsters to fight monsters. So the standard adventuring party or mercenary company you would put together just isn't going to work this time. Countess Veronica is holding a ball, and what most people don't know is she's actually a vampire. It is a vampire's ball. It will be full of monsters. Your contact is guiding you invitations. So this is the lot you're able to gather together, and now you guys are heading to the party.
Wait, we know we're going to a vampire's lair?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now, the Countess has procured something called a witch's stone. And at the witching hour, 3 a.m., she is going to enact a ritual. You don't actually know what it's going to do, but it's not going to do anything good. You've been giving this little vial of liquid. It almost looks like sunlight when you shake it up, and gives off a golden glow. You know, just before the completion of the ritual, you are to make sure you expose the witch's stone to this substance, and it will defeat the ritual.
Okay.
All right.
And then it's up to you guys to get out alive.
Okay.
Wow.
I expect you guys to be on point. Behave yourselves, reflect well on me.
So we only have one vial of this stuff?
Yeah, you have one vial.
You can carry it.
No pressure. So as you arrive, you come upon, a country cottage. Well, more than a cottage. It's a castle. It's a manor, a mansion that the Countess goes on holidays, and she's been bringing people in for weeks for this party. When you guys arrive, you have invitations made out, so there's no worries. And for obvious reasons, this group was picked. So when you come up to the wrought iron gates, they're thrown wide open. Your carriage is issued through. You guys unload. As you're going up the roadway to the manor, on either side there are these wrought iron cages. They look like small bird cages, just hanging from like lampposts, and they're lit up. And as you go by, if you look out the window, you can see there's small winged figures in these cages.
Alive or dead?
Alive.
Do we recognize the figures? Like, do we know what they are?
They look like some kind of fairies.
Okay.
And they're in various colors. So they're using them as party lights.
That's
Oh no!
Fairy lights, maybe.
Fairy
Would you
lights.
say?
compensated fairly for this.
Just like
But judging by the locks on the outside of the cages, they haven't been compensated at all.
just like Grandma used to use.
Yeah.
I would have used will-o-wisps, but
Yeah, it's not the right ambiance.
the Fae can be really bothersome, right?
Tell me about it. So as you guys unload from the carriage at the front of the manor, you're shown in via a garden, and it's quite beautiful, quite lovely. As you're walking through the garden, though, every once in a while you see something move in the darkness.
Okay. Jeff, stop wrestling that bag.
Look, see, the thing is that I came ill prepared and I didn't have my miniature ready, but now I have it and the bag is gone and everything is fine.
Everything is good.
That's it.
There's there's a faint smell of decay in the air, not of like death, but of like vegetation of rot. And you're shown through large double glass doors, and you're greeted by a riot of sound and light as you come through. There's an actual orchestra playing in an orchestra pit. There are people dancing upon the floor, and there are things that you would not actually call people dancing as well. Let your imagination wander. If you name it, it's probably out there. It is a large sweeping ballroom. There's several chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. In the center of the room has been completely cleared.
How wealthy do the guests look?
Very.
Excellent.
Very. Everything is opulence and over the top.
I assume everyone is dressed to the nines.
They are absolutely dressed to the nines.
Am I going to assume that we are also dressed to the nines?
Yes, you guys
Okay.
are blending in.
Okay.
Oh, you blend.
Do we all? We have to have our weapons with us. Does anyone else seem to have weaponry with them? Perhaps hidden?
Yeah, there is definitely dueling swords on their sides.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see a dragonborn in full plate.
Excellent.
That is his armor is actually like has hoarfrost all over it. When he breathes, like you see like a large plume of frost come out, and then from the visor peeks out piercing, glowing blue eyes. So it's not quite your standard.
Does anyone take notice of our entry?
Doesn't seem to know. I mean, like maybe someone who's standing by the door, but not anymore. There's so much going on. But right now, you're probably absorbed by what you see in the center of the room.
So there's no herald or anything, and there's like no record screech as we walk in. Or
No, nothing's going on. In the center of the room, up on like a dais, is a Pegasus.
Ooh.
Pure white, wings outstretched, but its hooves have these metal clamps on them that are attached to the dais itself. And they appear to be locked. The wings are outstretched and spread flat, what looks to be pressed between two presses on either side, like Iron Maidens.
Oh.
And it just pinned, the wings are pinned. And every once in a while, the dais, even while you're sitting here, will rotate a little bit to make the Pegasus rear.
Oh boy.
And so instead of an ice sculpture, they seem to have a tortured Pegasus in the center. And around that Pegasus is 4 braziers burning. They almost look like double boilers. And there seems to be herbs and some kind of mist coming out of it. The creature is terrified. Its eyes are kind of like rolling in its head like a horse does, and the nostrils are flaring. It's breathing heavy. You can see it like covered in a lather.
Oh, rough. I don't like that at all.
We're
It's
gonna
going to be a
have to
tough
that.
party.
Oh, are we?
Oh yeah.
We'll see how the night
We
unfolds.
will.
Keyrai will go over and kind of give a sniff to the stuff that seems to be brewing there, herbs and things.
Okay, what kind of skills do you have?
I have Arcana and Persuasion
Any toolkits?
and Investigate.
Okay.
Toolkits? No.
All right. Is anyone trained in herbalist kit? Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So you can drop a investigate check if you like.
That will be a 14.
Okay, 14. It has a slight medicinal smell to it.
It's a strange place to make healing potions, but
I'm gonna look around the room and look for servants as we saw coming in, and as we see now, there's a Pegasus in chains. What are the other servants like? Do they also seem to be slaves of some kind, or?
They seem to be walking around in a stupor, and they could all be like models, whether male or female. They're barely wearing anything. They're going around with silver platters with all kinds of beverages, as well as things that you may or may not want to eat.
Is anyone that looks like our hostess about?
If you look around, there is one woman who kind of stands out amongst everyone. And you can only guess that would be Countess Veronica herself. She's got a fiery red hair. She's buxom, plump, but super beautiful, piercing green eyes. Even from across the room, if you look at her and you catch her gaze, her eyes almost glow. She's wearing a crimson dress that seems to move and flow like molten wax. Don't look her in the eye. And also around the room, you can also see her sigil that is emblazoned, which is just a crimson heart wreathed in black flames.
That doesn't seem ominous at all.
No.
That's a completely normal sigil to have.
Exactly. I don't know. Let's get a drink.
There is definitely plenty to drink. On your way over to look for a drink, you see a pair of twin ladies. Their hair is pure white, braided. They're actually probably they might be as tall as or taller than the tallest of your group.
Like bear talk?
Yeah,
You have one right there in your vision, and you're
between
like,
6 and 7 feet tall, super slim, and actually you would instantly realize they're definitely Fae and possibly Fae court. And from the look of them, you would think winter.
Anyone that I recognize?
No. If they're nobles, they're probably like lesser.
That's a good question. Do they take notice of me at all?
Not really. It doesn't seem like it.
Good.
But with the Fae, it can always be difficult to tell.
It's true.
So, in the letter that Armada received, was she told why we had to disrupt this ritual, or just that it had to be done?
That something horrible was going to happen.
Other than killing Pegasus.
Clearly worse.
That would be very well a part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
It pretty obviously is a part of it. It's Pegasus going. I mean, it's part of the party at least.
Yes. Well, yes, some people use like statues.
Yeah, you know, some people use living Pegasi.
The decorations are terrible.
All right, so I guess I can go into tactical mode. Where are the guards around the room?
Okay, so there are several nondescript guards posted around here. Every once in a while, you'll see a patrol, but for the most part, it's not as guarded as you would think.
Well, I think she's probably not guard. All right.
And as you observe, you start kind of like picking out like the weird people from the
weird people.
Yeah, exactly. I think you guys are gonna like start mentally sorting. Oh, probably a vampire. Maybe something worse than a vampire. But it does seem to be, dignitaries and people of importance from around the realm.
When you say worse than vampire, we're not talking like lich level worse. We're talking like maybe worse than vampire, but not like wow, death touch.
Well, a Fey Noble could be worse than a vampire.
Yeah.
So worse
That
than
was
relative
solid,
too.
Yes.
It's the size of a Twinkie, right? Okay.
So, as you're kind of like making the room and figuring things out, it's probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night at this point. And, the hostess, she kind of stands up by where the Pegasus is and, raises her glass and starts chiming in. And I want to welcome everyone and greetings. I'm so happy you were able to make it out to our little party tonight. And the guest of honor, Lord Grayton Wormbreaker, and she points to that dragonborn that you saw earlier, and he bows to her, my lady. We would like to make a gift of you tonight. At the completion of our final ceremony, but we're not going to give the details yet. It's quite the surprise. Until that time, everyone enjoy the party. So now you guys are kind of focused on that area of the room. You can see, like right in front of where the Pegasus is, the floor seems to have markings on it.
Are they just carved markings, or are they written in
No,
blood?
it looks like it looks carved.
Okay.
I mean, the dais itself has got sigils and runes carved on it, but there seems to be grooves carved into the floor.
Let's go take a look at those grooves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I submit I should probably take a look at that with a huge skill in stonework.
Excellent.
That would be 6 + 7, 13.
Okay, so it actually looks like that section of the floor will either slide up or down. You don't see any mechanism nearby to make that happen, but it seems like maybe it's either going to sink down below or come up.
Does it look like the dais itself or the section in front of it?
The section in front of it.
Okay. Well, I will relay that to everyone, of course. So yeah, this section's either going to go up or down, and I submit to you later that we're going to have to deal with that, particularly if the thing is on it. You know what I mean?
So there's carvings on this particular piece, or
No, it's not so much as carving. There's carving in the floor, and what that is actually a groove, so that it's like probably 24 inches by 24 inch hexagonal size. Something can slide up or down.
What does the roof look like?
The roof, it looks like a regular ceiling,
Does it look like there's a hole in like somewhere that something could raise all the way up through the roof?
not through the roof.
Okay.
And it's involved in ceilings. It's like 15 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
good work. Everything's fine.
I detected like some flashing buttons.
Exactly.
My computer
It's
works.
just the lightning.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
it's
just
it's just ambiance.
Right,
It's
that
fine.
was intentional. Does anyone? I'm going to ask everyone in the party. Is anyone familiar with this Grayton fellow? This dragonborn?
Now, you guys would have had time beforehand to do whatever to make preparations. If it sounds reasonable to me, I will allow it. Whether it was acquire things or seek out information. The only things you probably wouldn't have been able to do is actually penetrate the compound itself. if you would have attempted it, you would have turned away, realizing that your best chance was actually the invitation.
Okay.
Well, that says something, because I guarantee I could have snuck in under other circumstances.
Oh,
I
I
guarantee
could
it.
have.
Guarantee it, baby. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
So that says something to everyone, I suppose.
Armada, would you have done the most research? You seem to be the like original contract holder.
Yes, I will. I have done my research on Countess Veronica and this Dragonborn as well,
Okay.
and I do not feel good about any of this. As well as I'm trying to control my murderous impulses to kill all the monsters instead of to work with us.
Yeah.
So I am having trouble containing myself over here.
I appreciate your reserve.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, is there a treaty? Do we know anything about wars going on? Is there some sort of treaty that they might be working on?
Right, or any sort of connection between the two of them?
Not that you know of, though. It is the night of the harvest moon, so it may have significance in that way.
So,
As a matter of fact, if anyone does have knowledge or arcana, you absolutely know astrologically that this would be a night under auspicious stars to do something.
Okay.
It's an auspicious night.
Yes.
It's a great night to do bad things.
I agree.
Well, if you like playing with dead things, how many dead people are in this room?
I like taking things and making them into people again.
Is there any way to tell how many of these are actually vampires?
I'm just going to do like a spin around. Really awkwardly and obvious. And can I tell?
You have knowledge or arcana?
Yeah.
Give me a check with advantage.
Oh, good. Advantage. That's good. That 3 wasn't good. Oh, that 3 and a 4. Maybe I spun too quickly. That would be a 10.
That's a 10?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have a number, but you know that there is a bunch, and what you're actually able to pick out are the ones that aren't just spawn or
Alright.
lesser vampires, but you're able to pick out greater vampires. And of the power level of greater vampire to vampire lord, perhaps. And there is at least like a half a dozen of them in here.
So there's like
that's
Yeah,
Great
they don't
many.
need guards.
less than this, but more than them. You know, less than this, more than this.
Great, we're gonna screw up one of their rituals in a room with like 8 of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, pardon.
We're at a party to have fun.
We are at a party now.
We're just mingling right now, and
In fact, I'm going to go dance. And I'm going to take my guest and Katarina, and we're going to go dance.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're with someone, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My +1.
You got a plus one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm dressed in all black. I've got jet black hair and green eyes, and I look stunning until you hear me talk, and then I sound like you don't want to hang out with me. And I also have a little guy perched on my shoulder. It looks like some kind of doll or puppet, but it is actually an animate creature. It's made out of skeletal remains of a rat and a bat. And it's
Sexy.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like stitched together.
Just stitched
Okay,
together.
perfect.
But it is
Good, good.
animate and moves on its own. And my guest is in a emerald green dress, and she looks quite nice. And I always comment upon her cheekbones. And you suspect she is actually a skeleton with some kind of magic on her that makes her look like a normal person. Because
So she's not obviously stitched
she
together.
clacks when she talks, and she's mute. So I'm going to take her out on a spin and do some dancing. But I am going to look around as least obvious as I can for some arcanic clue that I could mess this up or mess that up. Well, I'm going to case the joint with it while I'm dancing.
I suspect that we are quite an unusual party here tonight.
Really, with the vampire lords in the room and then the homunculus.
We're
Yes.
we're the
Yes,
unusual
even
ones. Yeah,
then,
of course.
sir, yes, even
Yes.
then.
While he's doing that, I will case the room from what's the best escape route out of this room? Because things are going to go south, like they always do.
All right, so there's actually about a half a dozen exits that you could take, including the one you came in. Three of them, the doors plus the one you came in is 4, and you're also spotting a couple windows that if you needed to, you could dive out of.
Do any of them have any runes around the windows? Just if I need to break through a window and get out, I don't want to have some crazy magical thing stopping me.
Give me a check, see if you see any
Oh
runes.
god. 6 plus 7 again, 13.
13. Looking at you do not see any markings. There's nothing.
I don't believe there's any magical traps.
You do not believe there's any magical traps. Seems perfectly safe.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I mean, I want to go check out the giant Pegasus that's being tortured in the middle of the room. So, I'm going to go check out that whole deal. Would anyone like to join me? Perhaps somebody that might know things about these sorts of business.
I'll join you. We'll walk over there.
Yeah.
And throughout the night, like, tons of people are kind of doing the same.
Yeah. I imagine so. It's pretty unusual.
And, you know, every once in a while, someone that's particularly cruel will go over and try and do something to frighten it.
There's not like a vampire spigot on or anything, is there? That would be
No.
Not yet. That would be awful.
Not yet, he says. Okay.
Okay. I guess we are going over
Yeah, so I'll investigate the Pegasus and see if I can recognize anything.
about like the ritual or
Yes,
maybe how much pain it's in.
is there
I
any
don't know if
kind
I
of-
want that knowledge.
Yeah, I'm more interested in finding out if there is anything that I'm familiar with about the, like, is it being involved in a ritual that I've seen or heard of before or anything like that.
So, what is your... Oh, you're a bard, right?
I'm a bard.
All right, give me a bardic knowledge check, based off intelligence.
Well, see, that started with a 2. So that's going to get me all the way up to a 6.
Okay. So you're looking, and you're not so sure about any rituals or anything like that, but you've done a lot of work around stage work. You've done a lot of stage work, and you're a performer. So you do spot something, and it's probably because it's not really concealed, but these like hoof manacles, for lack of a better term, that are on this thing, they all seem to be kind of rigged so that they can release at the same time.
Oh.
Okay.
You're also in checking things out and investigating.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have any stage experience.
One of the things you've probably noticed is, you know, every time the Pegasus moves or rears, the only thing that's really keeping it from possibly tearing off its own wings is the fact that it's clamped down.
It's that frightened.
Yeah. And you know, the more time you spend near it, the more you take in that mist that's coming off of those razors. So with this, you guys can give me so you can also give me a check.
Constitution.
No.
Just a regular check. 13.
5.
14.
Okay, so there isn't any ill effects right now, but what you're picking up, you feel like it is enhancing and stimulating the fear response in you. You're like, it's making you anxious, and you guys are all veterans. You're experienced, so you feel like if you were spending a lot of time around this stuff, it would be a cumulative effect.
You know, I've just read through the entire list of skills, and I realize I have a criminal contact with this wretched hive of scum and villainy in the room. Are any of my fences in the room?
They're not here, but if you would have sought them out beforehand, and I will say you could have, you can try and get like one specific piece of information.
Well, I was going to try to introduce them to somebody with a lot more social skills than me. If you want to do that, I will gladly have taken the bard with me to go visit a criminal contact.
Okay.
Bard, what should we ask them?
Flashback sequence.
I would say any sort of knowledge of
The purpose for the meeting.
yeah, or any sort of somebody who's been sort of looking for unusual equipment, anything sort of out of the ordinary that might be used to conduct an evil ritual at 3 a.m.
So one of the first, you have to actually go through a couple of contests before you get to anyone will say anything about the Countess at all. But when you do, one of the things they bring up is that she keeps a very interesting dungeon, and that is a place to stay out of, for sure.
Really? The contact told me not to go in the dungeon?
Oh, no. I was going to the dungeon.
So, hey guys, I just remembered. I'll be back in a few minutes. Anybody want to come for a little walk? Maybe you.
I'd love to go for a walk.
We're gonna visit the dungeon, maybe.
I think I'm good here, thank you.
I'll go with you.
All right.
Yeah.
We're splitting
Oh
the party.
boy, we're splitting the party this
Already.
early. It's
Rule
always...
broken.
The first sign of apocalypse has come.
I mean, maybe we should all go together?
I was going to suggest that, but I also think it might be good to remember our manners and say hello to our hostess, so we can just get through that part. and
Yes.
get on with
I
it.
think you should do that.
I'll
I
go
would
with
like the
you.
bard to come
I'll
with me,
come with
because
you.
I-
We'll talk to
I'm
Countess
not
Veronica.
that- I might
So-
be in touch with nobles, but I'm not that
She
kind of
does.
person.
She is quite beautiful, and I would love to speak with her.
Here's the thing, you may not have wanted me to come along. I am going to come anyway. I do have a resume in my hand. In case you have already forgotten from my introduction, I am technically a guild artisan background, but it's the artisan of butlers. And I'm seeking perhaps employment from any of the nobles here. I'm in need of a job right now.
So just in case this heist/mania goes wrong.
She's got it back.
Yeah,
We
good.
got it. Okay,
All right.
enough.
Yeah, no, I would love to go speak to
I
Countess.
say we go say hello to Countess Veronica.
Okay.
Over the eyes.
What could possibly go wrong? So you come upon her, and she's just kind of chatting with some of the other guests, and when she sees you come over, she acknowledges. Greetings, how are you enjoying the party?
As a very, very tall, hairy bugbear, I give the most dramatic bow possible. I mean, completely over the top. Oh, pleasure, my lady.
You must not be from around here. I've met many of your folks before, but you speak with an interesting accent.
Oh, I am from a very far away land. I'm just here enjoying this amazing ambiance. I just thank you so much for inviting all of us. We are so, so grateful to be in your magnificent presence. Thank you again.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. Just wait until the end. I think you're gonna be blown away with the surprise.
And Farrago kind of muscles his way by. It says, "Yes, it's wonderful to be here. If it's going to beat what's already been experienced, it's surely to be amazing. Is there any sort of a hint you can give us about what's to come?"
Well, I would hate to spoil the surprise, but there are plenty of hors d'oeuvres and appetizers out there. But very shortly we'll be serving the main course. And with that, she smiles, and the incisors protrude just a little bit, and then go back.
I hope we're not the main course.
As well. Well, thank you, Countess Veronica. We are so grateful for your hospitality and are excited to see what you have in store for us.
Oh well, I cannot wait. But I so miss, from my past life, I so miss enjoying some good veal. But I think I had found the next best thing.
Quite so, my lady. If you wouldn't mind. He hands her like a rolled up scroll, and it's got a seal. It is his resume. My lady, just have your men contact me at your leisure.
Oh, at first she looks a little confused at what this is, and it's okay. I will. I'll have my people look it over later, and kind of like a pocket opens up in her gown, and you don't know where it would possibly fit anything because it is skin tight, but it flows like wax and just covers over your resume.
Do I see any other pockets or anything in her pocket while it's there?
No, because a second ago there was no pocket.
Okay. And he bows and.
Yes, at this point I would grab my cohorts and get away from Countess Veronica before we draw any more attention to ourselves.
Yes, so we walk away and head back sort of down to
our group.
Back to the...
I think that went well, don't you?
I do think it
Oh, yes,
I think
yes.
she's going to call me back.
I think she's going to eat the Pegasus.
I think I'm a vegetarian.
I think now she knows all of our faces.
No, I have a feeling she saw everything before we went over. It would have
Yeah.
been more awkward not to.
I would agree with that. So yeah, I would head back down and start to mingle with the most beautiful woman that I can find to talk to.
As we're sort of heading back to the party, is there a servant or something? I know you said they were sort of dead-eyed, but I might try and get their attention.
Yes, you can do that.
You want to know what it's like to work here?
What are the hours like?
What are the hours like?
What's your
Company
work-life
culture?
balance?
No, I'm just. I ask him, sort of where the bathrooms are, or like maybe like,
The privy,
oh,
yeah.
I need a place, a private place. Where can I go? I just need to get away from the noise and something like that. I'm trying to get sort of a layout of the rest of the castle, or maybe if I can, later in the conversation, I'll ask a way down to the dungeons. Cause look, I'm a butler. These are my people. You know, we're kind of talking trade. If he'll talk to me and is not a zombie, which I think he might be.
Or you could just slip away and find it and come back and tell you.
It's true.
Yes.
There are many different ways to do many different things.
You're a monster hunter, so give
Yes,
me
I am.
give me an intelligence check.
Oh my.
Do you have history or any knowledges?
Yes. I have history, arcana,
Uh,
investigation, perception. I'm all sorts of perceptive with my 9 plus 10.
so
What am I looking at actually?
you actually don't think these are zombies.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You'd be 13.
So
13.
they're living. They're not zombies, and you know some will willingly serve vampires, the kind, and that's what they probably are. But they are kind of like drugged and on addicted to vampires, basically.
Yep, as you are.
And so in a dead, soulless voice, my lady can go. Or, I'm sorry, sir can go down the hall to the right. Privies will be on your left.
I've heard such great things about the dungeons, and I just, could you point me in that direction? I would love to see them for myself.
He looks at you and then blinks. I don't believe the guests are permitted into the ladies' personal dungeons.
So I've just realized I have stone cunning. I would like to just go over and fondle the stone a lot. And see if I know anything about who the architect might have been or the most logical place for the dungeon to be.
Okay, so yeah, you
I'm not coming with you for that one.
Come on, man, we're gonna go fondle the
we
walls.
can
Change my
pull it
mind.
together. So you look out, you look at the building. There's a ton of stonework, the layout. You figure either there's probably an entrance from outside, like almost like a storm cellar type deal, or deeper in the manor itself.
Any specific direction I might go based on the layout of the stone?
Yeah, you would think if you were going to try to enter the dungeon from the interior,
Very
it would be at the
charismatic.
center. So you'd have to go deeper into the manor,
Oh, I
or
see.
from
I see what
the
you're
outside. The logical place to put it would be on one of the sides.
What in the world
Possibly
are you
both.
doing?
I have a special relationship with this particular type of granite.
Very special.
Indeed.
He's crazy.
So, recalling when you came in, there was actually the road went around, to the left. So you figure that's the side that the entrance from the outside would be in.
So I'll relate all this information to the party and sort of say, look, I'm only marginally good at tactics here, but I think the inside is a better bet. We can all go powder our noses together. I mean, if we sneak out, if we all go out together and start skulking around the outside of the castle, that might raise even more alarm bells than skulking around inside on our way to find the privy.
Before this servant walks away, I'm going to try one more thing. I am extremely charismatic and
For a barbarian.
and very proficient in persuasion. So I'm going to try and convince him that I'm sort of being interviewed for a job, and the Countess actually was like, "Oh, go check out the dungeons and see, what you see what you like, and get a feel for the layout, so that when we onboard you next week, you'll already know your way around."
And I'll go with her
Uh-huh.
and sort of play along with this conversation.
What
Okay.
could possibly go wrong?
I'm rather persuasive myself.
And who's gonna listen to a servant? Nobody.
Yeah, it's true.
Awesome.
So make a perception check, or not a perception, a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
Would she help? Would
Is it
Harold
yeah, can
be
you
helped by the
combine-
bard?
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
do it with advantage if you're assisting.
Let's do that. That's a
So-
little better.
so mine
than
was a
literally
21.
One.
Yeah, but she's doing the persuading.
Yeah, mine is gonna be a 11.
He gives you one look up and down,
Oh no.
and he goes, "My lady hired you, and the like totally questioning voice.
Well, not in so many words, but you know, she's considering
Is there much shaving in your contract?
Well, we haven't nailed down the specifics, but
All the male servants are nearly hairless, yeah, except for the hair on their head.
she did say she was in the mood for something different.
Well, next week. Well, next week when you start, I'll be happy to show you around at the mistress's bidding.
Okay, he's sort of
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
That'd
sort
be
of
great.
pulling-
Thank you so much.
Pulling Harold away.
You totally get that he's like saying that you're too ugly to work here.
Yeah, no, I got that. I'm offended.
Should be. So
All
bugbears.
right. Sorry, guys. Thought that was gonna go better.
All right. Well, I'll grab a drink from one of the servants, and let's sort of just try to look nonchalant, and then we can head off in the direction that you
Let me see if I
think.
can give them a plan to sort of skulk out nonchalantly.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, basically, from where you guys are, finding the center isn't going to be that hard
Okay.
of the building. So
but
you're
getting out of this room without people seeing us is probably going to be the harder part.
that might be. Yeah, everyone seems to be imbibing and enjoying the party, and you it seems relaxed. You get the feeling like they don't actually think anything would happen here.
Because nobody's dumb enough to come into a place with a bunch
Pretty
of
much.
vampires
Ah,
and do
perfect,
something
yeah.
silly. Right.
Harold, you said you found something out about
Oh,
where to go?
The privies are down the hall. I think you said down the hall and to the right, perhaps? So, if anyone needs to powder their nose or do any unmentionables, there is a privy for you down the road.
That kind of place.
Well, I'll go first.
I mean, I would suggest that maybe we all move as a part. Maybe, you know, it's kind of like when a bunch of people are at a bar and we all go to the bathroom together. Maybe that's a girl thing, I don't know. But a bunch of people with no specific gender all go to the bathroom
There's
together.
a joke there, like a bugbear, a dark elf.
And I'll walk into
together.
Yeah. But
Okay.
we could also just sort of meander out one by one as to not.
Maybe we'll find other places we can go.
Mhm.
And it's not that it wouldn't be that odd at a party like this for people to kind of like wander in and out.
Yeah, so we'll head out.
All right,
sort
so
of
maybe
looking
we'll-
around, taking in the sights.
Yes, interesting. This silver needs
Beautiful
polishing.
architecture.
Before I go that way, I'm going to wander past the Winterfell.
Okay.
What are they up to?
You know, they are just chatting amongst themselves, and then a small group of young men and women are around them, and they look like they're kind of in business mode. So the Fae are all about deals and bargains.
All right, can I overhear what they're talking about? If I get close enough.
Sure, yeah. You hear them, and I think you would make a wonderful actor. We can help you with that. Perhaps some lessons. And you totally feel like you were born to these lines.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't just heard them. You know, it's
Yeah.
in your DNA at this point.
All right.
And the thing is, when they talk, they kind of talk. They talk in conjunction with each other, so they're finishing each other's sentences. It's almost like talking to one person. It's
Okay.
kind of very creepy.
Okay.
They obviously siblings.
Oh yeah, they look identical.
All right, I'm going to get a little bit closer and see if there's a way that I can break into the conversation. I'm just going to get this over with.
Okay, so all right, so you can absolutely you walk over. They kind of acknowledge you. They turn to you with their icy blue eyes, and they're wearing gossamer gowns that appear to be made of like frost and mist.
Okay.
So they seem kind of enchanted, and they're each wearing a brooch and has a sigil on it, a tree with snowflakes for leaves.
Do I recognize the sigil?
You
And
do.
its significance.
What is your knowledges?
Well, I've got history, I've got arcana.
Give
I've
me
got
a history
religion.
with advantage because you are
Right.
Fey Pact, correct?
I am, yeah. So 22.
Okay, lesser courtesans to the Winter Board.
Got it. Okay. So
they're down a ways from Mab.
mm-hmm. So I'll ask them in Sylvan, which I do speak, if they're here at her behest also.
At Mab's behest, or
No. I just
at
leave it at that.
her behest.
A capital H.
Oh, okay. So so they each raise a different eyebrow and you and look, and it says, which her would that be? There's so many her.
In Sylvan as well, the Queen of the Gloaming Court.
We are acquainted with Her Highness, but we are guests to the party, just like you. And then they kind of chuckle, knowingly.
Of course. Why exactly are you here?
Because Countess Veronica has invited us. Seemed quite rude to turn down the hospitality that's been offered.
All right. This is a bad plan.
And then she looks you in the eyes.
I will say that.
She looks you in the eyes, and one of them looks you in the eyes as the other one turns and places a hand on the cheek of the young man she was talking to and says, "Yes, after the party, let us meet up, and we will get you to become the star that we know you can be. The stage will belong to you."
Whoa. They're beyond redemption already.
And,
I'll throw
and
it
he's
back.
like,
It's
"Can't
too
we?"
late.
He says, "Can't we just do it now?" No. There are rules to these parties.
I will walk away. I gotta think about that one. Okay, I'll rejoin my group.
Okay, so you guys kind of slink out, whether you do it in twos or threes. It doesn't seem to be noticed, or at least no one lets on. You go from room to room, and this place is over the top. Everything is gilded in gold. Everything is silk. Everything looks immaculate. It's beautiful. If you have sticky fingers, it would be really easy to fill your pockets on your way through if you wanted to.
Let's do it on the way back.
You find your way to the center of the manor. When you round the corner, you run into two guards that are dressed pretty much identically. They look just as good looking as any of the servants. They do not have that dead look in their eyes, though, that the others did. And there is another man with them that is probably like the ugliest person you've seen in this place. But he looks, rather battle hardened, and they're all wearing chain shirts and armed, and he's got a matching dagger and scimitar at his side. This very scruffy looking man in a gruff voice. "Hey, are you folks lost?"
Just heading to the privy, sir. Unmentionables.
"I think you passed it. It's back that way." And you get that vibe like you feel like he's actually trying to be polite.
He's just not good at it. Oh, thank you so much. I think my companions just needed some air. Just wandering around, stretching the legs a bit, if you will.
So were they obviously guarding? Were they having a conversation or anything?
They're actually walking, like making the rounds, is what it kind of seemed like.
So it would stand to reason that if we just sort of skulk off, we might be able to come back when they were somewhere else.
Possibly, yeah. Or you might get the vibe they might follow you for a little while and like escort you back to wherever they feel you should be.
I would be perfectly happy to let that happen, and then of course I will skulk behind them and make sure that they are not there when we get back. If that's
Let's
something you
just
wanna do.
head on back to the privy and say, oh, I looked at them and say, where is it then? If we've missed it, would you mind showing us the way?
We would be quite happy to escort you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, quite happy.
Hurry, right this way. And they lead. Yeah, he takes up the lead, and the two take up the rear road.
Okay.
And once we get back to the privy, what do they do?
They continue past, and then it looks like they're going back to the ballroom.
I'm going to follow them and make sure that that's where they're going, and then I'll sort of come back to the party. And
Okay, so there's like a hallway that runs the perimeter of the ballroom, except for the wall that it joins to outside, and they seem to like follow that circuit, and then they keep going.
I'll run back and all right, it should be clear now.
Okay. I actually think that this is a great time for us to take our first break. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm looking at that camera, and I don't know if it's actually looking at me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that there have been some questions in the comments. So first, we're getting a lot of comments from people saying that they want to try D&D, but they don't know where to start, and it seems really intimidating. Just for some information, we're playing 5th edition, which is the most recent edition of Dungeons & Dragons. I personally think this is a great place to start. There's a lot of information online, and in fact, one of the best places that you can go is Nerdarchy, which is run by Dave and Nate, and it's a really amazing YouTube channel and website that has a lot of information that can get you started with D&D.
Yeah, we even have an intro to D&D, learn to play D&D series that you guys can check out.
Yeah.
I would definitely say if you aren't familiar with D&D, don't be intimidated by getting in. D&D is super easy to learn the basics and start playing. Learning enough to play is something you can do honestly in an hour.
And don't worry about getting the rules wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter if you get the rules wrong.
Yeah,
You're just having fun. That's the point.
Yeah, the rules are almost just they're sort of bounding parameters to make sure that everything flows in a way that makes sense and doesn't get totally out of whack. But it's really easy to start learning. Obviously, it takes years and years and years if you want to know everything. I mean, just one player's handbook is pretty thick, right? So, but you don't have to cram it all into your head. It's easy to get started, and just find a group of people that are interested and try it.
Right, and also many game stores have eventually where they will walk you through it.
Yeah.
And 5th edition has a pre-made campaign that you can start with. That's how I learned to do D&D. That's how I learned to play with that pre-made adventure. It's a great place to start, especially if your DM maybe hasn't played before and isn't super comfortable with it, like Davis, who clearly has many, many years of experience. But then after you run something like that, you can really expand and build your own world. So it's
They should just call me old.
Experience.
Experience. Let's see. Any other questions?
Everyone wanted Harold to be hired. Everyone was saying, hire him, hire him.
I agree. I come very well, both connected and appointed. Yeah, he has his own agenda, clearly. But also, we're going to take a break for the sake of our players. Maybe get beverages, take a little unmentionables break. So we are going to play some quick commercials of some ThinkGeek products. Also, I know a lot of you are really excited about our giveaways. We do have a link in the comments in the description. Make sure that you fill out, I believe it's just asking for your email. Fill out your email. You'll be entered to win, and we will announce the first round of winners, I believe, when we end this break. So stay tuned. And later in the stream, we will reveal our secret code that will give you an extra entry into our giveaway. So make sure that you keep watching, and we will be back very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon.
Hi, I'm Frasier with ThinkGeek, and this is the bag of holding. It's awesome. I designed this bag about 8 years ago to hold a 17-inch MacBook Pro, which was kind of the biggest laptop you can get at the time, and had pockets for just about everything you could possibly imagine. But it is a little old. Nowadays, laptops are getting bigger, heavier. So you know what? As good as this bag is, it's time to level up. Sorry, it's time to level up. Appreciate it. Introducing the new bag of holding. +1. Capacity. It's now 2 full inches deeper than the original bag of holding. So now you can carry even more. Front pocket for all the junk you find on the internet. Second pocket for your pens and cards and phone. Third pocket, iPad, books. Big fat main compartment for all your board games. And a big padded back compartment for your lappy. The clip, higher grade steel, vegan leather reinforcement. Nice. The zipper, even stronger. Shoulder strap, padded, right? Corners are stronger and tougher than ever. New lining, +1 to charisma. And that same bag of holding style. So if you've got a bag of holding, awesome. But it's time to level up. +1 to bags.
hello. I'm not sure which camera I'm looking at. It's probably this one. Hello. Welcome back. We have retrieved beverages and food, and now we are ready to continue, and it seems like things are about to get a little spicy. But first, let's draw some winners. We're going to draw 3 winners right now. Don't worry, this is not the only drawing we're doing. So if you haven't gotten your name into that Gleam link that is in the description or the comments of the video that you're watching, go ahead and enter now. You have not lost out. Let's check.
Harold, what do they win?
Thank you so much for asking.
Are you enjoying your unicorn pen stuff?
Well, I was saying this could be a nice stand-in for the thing that's going to die later.
Spoilers!
All right, our first winners who will be winning the critical hits die. These are flashing d20s. When you roll a 20, a critical hit, they will flash red. It's hard to do them.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it has a little pull tab. But they flash red. They're really cool. They're great for D&D games. And our 3 winners are... We're going to do first name and last initial, but don't worry, we will be emailing you after the stream. So make sure you check your email and respond because we do need your address in order to be able to send you things. So first we have Zach W. Congratulations, Zach W. We have Carla T. Congrats, Carla. As well as Linda F. So if those are your first names and last initials, I'm very excited for you. But hopefully there's not multiple Linda F's. If there are, don't worry, you'll be receiving an email at the end of the stream where we will contact you for your shipping information so we can send you these beautiful critical hit die. If you did not win, fear not, there are more drawings. We'll do them during our next break, and we will also reveal our secret code at the beginning of our next break, so make sure that you are watching if you would like extra entries to win some of the amazing prizes that we have here. But why don't we jump back into things? Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, Jeff.
This chair.
That wasn't loud through the microphone.
I know.
So, where did we leave off? We were outside of the
You guys were
bathroom.
getting ready to head down the stairs.
I mean, if this were a movie, we would split in half, and the social people would be building things in the ballroom, relationships and whatever. But I think we're just gonna go kill things.
Yes.
Possibly ourselves. We might wind up ourselves being the ones. Who knows?
So if yawning before you, it's actually just off of the main kitchen to the manor is the stairs leading downward. So you can only assume that would be where the dungeon would be.
Well, that seems as good a place as any, my friends.
It is spiraling, and it's wide enough for you to walk to a rest.
So wait, no door, just spiraling staircase?
Well, there was a door, but
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to check for traps. Just saying.
Who traps the door in their own house?
Really paranoid Durgar?
I think Harold is going to go ahead and also take the lead there and just start heading down the stairs.
Shall we?
Shall we go?
Oh, and by the way, this is indeed the dwarf Durak from our movie. This is the actual one we used in the movie. So we're using this miniature from our film today.
Very nice.
We're going to have little mappy things, but there we go. Wait, where's my bugbear?
I don't have a miniature yet, but I'm sure there's one somewhere around.
Do you want me to rummage through the plastic bag for you some more?
Yeah, would you roll the bag?
I could like hang it over the microphone
I brought
for effect.
4 bugbears just for that.
Okay.
Blue or gray?
I think he's more of a gray. Like I'm feeling like he's a gray.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Silver fox.
Yeah, so he doesn't stand out in a room. This
Silver fox bugbear.
7-foot tall bugbear in a full tuxedo.
The George Clooney bugbears, yes.
I do want to specify he is in a full I guess.
Tuxedo?
Yeah, tuxedo. Would that be
Oh, yeah.
appropriate? Yeah. And you know what? Those don't come in 7-foot tall bugbears, so this is clear,
And
specially made.
It's
for
a
this.
9X bugbear tuxedo.
Yeah, it was made in Waterdeep
Well, and
specifically
extra
for
long
him.
limbs. You
Yeah.
can't get that off the rack.
You can't.
No.
He bought it
Like,
at Fantasy Big and Tall.
Full satin on the inside so it doesn't hang on the fur. You know, really nice and slick.
Oh, it's lined in purple. He's like just on the inside, just that touch of fanciness. That's
Just that pop.
Yeah, that's a little pop. No. So he is going to, or Harold is just going to go ahead and go down the stairs and basically just assume that people are going to follow him.
I will yell after Harold, hey, maybe I should go first to make sure, crafts and things. Is Harold still walking?
He's walking a little slower. He's like, again, his stride is very low.
I'll try to catch up to Harold.
He's like slowing down and looking back. So
I'll try to catch up to Harold and make sure Harold doesn't step in anything.
For the record, I don't know why, but bugbears are proficient in stealth. So.
Because bugbears are valued.
So literally,
I guess so.
the dwarf and the bugbear are the stealthy people? Okay.
Perfect.
Barbarians also known for their stealth.
What's the light situation in here?
It is dark.
It is dark. Okay.
Well,
Raise your hand if you can see in the dark.
Bugbears have dark vision.
Except for the human, right? Everybody but the human. It's
And
always
goggles of night. So I'm prepared.
You have night vision
I
goggles.
do have night vision
That's
goggles.
great.
So you're
I didn't do this myself.
you're Van Helsing and you have night vision goggles.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Van Singhel.
Van Singhel.
Let them not be
I'm going to
confused.
follow between the two of them.
Okay. And just so you know, those of you with dark vision is not as good as seeing with the light source.
What about superior?
I have superior dark vision.
It means you
see further but poorly.
Yes.
I don't even have that, but I'm a barbarian, so I'm gonna go.
So I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, as you go?
I can use that at will. So
Okay. You're detecting.
Yes.
Like everything in this castle lights up.
You are getting a lot of faint
I'm
emanations.
specifically looking down the path in front of the two of them. If
Yeah.
I see anything in the path that's
Crazy,
magical,
you'll warn them.
I'll warn them.
Okay. So you do that without any problems. And
I'm following in the back with the
Yeah.
light stuff.
Are you guys coming with us or just?
Oh, I'm
Oh, yeah, I'm
right
coming
behind you.
along.
I've got my
I'm coming
bow
along.
drawn. I'm ready.
Yeah. That's not a
So-
bad idea.
what is who's got the highest passive perception amongst you?
Passive perception is
16.
What the hell's it on the sheet?
14. It's
Wow.
Whoa.
I have a 9. So.
14.
Yeah, that's not me.
Okay, so the 17 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys go, you hear the faint echoing of whimpering.
It sounds like a dungeon.
Maybe we can use some
Not whimpering in the good way either.
Ah,
Maybe
we
we
might.
could liberate somebody and gain some help.
Maybe we have allies down here.
That's right.
If they have any blood left in them.
I think we should go and try and liberate some allies.
Well, we could just liberate everybody and cause havoc.
Well,
Well, it causes distraction, but also allies might not be a bad thing.
who has thieves' tools?
I don't know. Hey, look at that! I have some thieves tools.
Oh,
Whoa!
interesting. I would never have expected it.
So you eventually find yourself at the bottom of the stairs. There's you're in a small chamber. It's like 10 by 10, and
Any guards?
there's no guards, but there are 3 passages. Running to the right or left or straight ahead. The whimpering is coming from the left. How do you guys wish to proceed?
The whimpering's coming from the left?
Yes.
Let's go left.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to the left.
So you guys are
I'd like
down
to.
there, you
I'd
guys-
like to sort of go stealthfully into the dark.
Okay.
So that's gonna be an 18 is my.
Okay.
where I am
so
right now.
You have no problem stealthing. You're kind of gliding along, and you have 30 feet. Go around a corner, and the hall goes on. But to the right, there's actually a doorway. There's no door, but that is where the sound is coming from. And now you can actually hear a woman's voice, and she seems to be telling fairy tales and children's stories.
That's not creepy.
But it does not seem to be, soothing those she was telling the two, because the whimpering is still there, and now that you're closer, it definitely sounds like children's voices.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me go take a quick look at this. Why don't you guys stay here? I'm gonna incredibly stealthily poke around the corner.
I kind of wave over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm expecting it to be some sort of ghoulish grandmother thing telling stories, so let's sort of...
So what you see is a beautiful young woman, sitting on a stool, reading from a large tome, and there is 2. You would hazard to guess these guys used to be really good looking. before they died. And they're dressed really well, and they're just kind of like standing there oblivious to everything.
Where is the whimpering coming from?
On the other side of them is a large cell, almost like a pen, and it is filled with children. There's about a dozen of them.
What is the story she's reading?
Hansel and Gretel, or Hansel and Gretel-ish style story.
I'll stealthily sneak back and relate this to the party. So I don't think we're going to find any allies here, but the bleeding hearts among us may wish to liberate ye old children.
Yeah, I can't abide by any suffering from any creatures, so
Does
I
anyone
think we
have
need to do this.
A bag of holding?
We're gonna put the kids in it.
And I am thinking that might be something we could talk about.
Every parent
Just
across
put
the
these
world
kids in a
would
bag.
like
Don't
that.
ask questions.
Look, it's not the worst idea I've heard since the start of this latest session. I don't have one though.
No.
No.
I have a regular backpack, but I imagine it's bugbear sized, so that could probably fit a child.
Or
But
two.
Harold is not about that.
It's not about that life.
Clearly, it says bugbear on my resume.
Yeah.
Not nanny.
I've
Yeah.
got one magic item, but I'll keep it to myself.
I believe everyone in the party should have one magic item. You can make that known or unknown. And I will pretend that I don't
That you
know
didn't
what
write
it
character
is. No, but I don't believe anyone has a bag of holding. Or at least no one has come
So
forward.
Can I ask, what was the plan if somebody did have a bag holding?
Well, we
Put
we
the
talked
child
about
in the
maybe
bag.
Putting the children in the bag. Yeah.
Into this
It's better than being in a
uncaring
cell.
horror void in our bag.
There's a limited air supply, and we just time it.
Look,
Well, gotta get them outside.
to carry the
Damn,
two or
you're
not.
off, eh? Like, disregard, callous disregard, man.
I'm chaotic. I will add. But good,
That is very
but
apparent.
Good, so we'll put a straw in.
I am kind of highly amused because my alignment is blank. I am whatever I feel like.
you're whatever you want.
So I guess I'm true neutral.
Live your best truth.
So there's two undead. There's the
Yes,
what was
two.
the
Yes, two undead. Probably from the description, you would hazard to guess zombies.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously she's the target. So if we're going to do this thing, I'm happy to hit her first.
For anyone that may have knowledge of the Arcana, will it alert maybe whatever is animating these zombies if we kill them?
Ooh,
That's a good
That is a
question.
good
Sounds like
question.
something-
it's really hard to tell who's controlling what.
Were the zombies dressed in the livery of the castle?
Yeah.
Okay. What about her? Was she
Unless-
dressed with the sigil of the castle on any of her clothes?
You know what? Yeah, you probably did see it. You know, but she's wearing a nice, not a nice gown like a party gown, but a nice dress.
And did I see her face or just the back?
saw
Okay.
her face.
Did she look related? Was there familiar
Did she look
resemblance?
dead?
No.
I wouldn't have known that. You're asking a dwarf to figure out if somebody's a vamp? No.
Maybe we should go the other places and see what we can see. Maybe there's another way out.
And just leave these children in the cell. Look,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
fine with that.
what is our
Where are we-
intrepid
where are we
human
going to take
doing
them?
feeling about that?
Not good, not good. I feel like we have to take care of these children.
We can't take them back through the party.
Well, look, I got some daggers pointing at something.
I will allow for us to go look at other things, just see if that's a way for us to rescue this whole
Well,
situation.
obviously we're not leaving without.
And like
No, we're coming back.
the zombies and the children are behind a locked cell door, I would assume.
The children are behind the locked door.
Okay, so
On the other
we
side of
may
that
not be
door.
able to help
It's
them
like
right
a
away
path.
anyway.
Well, the thing I want everybody to consider is we may be running on the way out. Lots of running.
Mm-hmm. Could be, yeah.
Okay. I think we
So
should.
that means you don't have to be faster than the monsters, just the children.
Right.
But if they're not running,
I think maybe we should look around, see what we see before these zombies have noticed that we're here.
All right. Go
Um,
back.
and then maybe you can try to force us to come back and we'll listen or not. I don't know.
All right. Why don't I go down the other side of the tunnel and I'll report back. It's very, 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 very slowly.
alright. So give me a stealth check.
Sure. That would be an 8 plus. Where the hell is my stealth? 8 plus 8, 16.
Are you proficient in stealth?
I am. Extremely. Very proficient, like 3 things.
Well,
Fondling stone, stealth.
Yeah. Stealthily fondling stone.
Very important. Very important. Okay, so you actually come upon another trio of guards.
Are they moving in my direction?
They are moving in your direction.
Oh no.
They're outfitted the same, and again, it is almost like a carbon copy of the other. It's almost like when the Countess had put together her staff. It's like they had like a silhouette they all had to walk through or something in order to get to the next part of the interview.
Well, there are those stories about vampires being obsessive compulsive. So, well, I will. Have they seen me? They have not seen me.
They have not seen you. No.
All right, I will run back and say, you. All right, folks. There is a group of 3 guards walking down this passage towards us. I'm going to kind of put my back to the wall right here and say, well, I suppose we're just going to ambush them because, well, maybe they'll just walk by. Who knows? What do you think? So again, we're at that cross in the roads. This one right here is where we came down the stairs. We went over here. I went down here, and the guards are coming around this corner towards us. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So I'm going to put my back to this wall, like walk a little bit down this corridor, and say, somebody who's better at tactics than me make a plan.
Okay, for those of you watching at home who maybe can't see what we've written, we're at a 4-way cross. We've got Helga at the north area, and the guards are proceeding from.
I'm just going to draw it bigger.
Yeah.
So that way, if we actually have a big combat, we can put all our minis on the table.
Correct. And the guards are proceeding through the 4-way cross from east to west.
Yes.
Yes. So Helga's north, guards are coming east to west. It's a 4-way cross.
Where's everybody else?
We're coming out of the west because that's where
Yeah.
the kids
I
were.
I believe we're here.
have a miniature.
Oh,
A very inaccurate mini.
I did offer you
This
one.
really weird D7.
Hold on, we have a very crinkly bag.
Looks
Oh,
like
That'll
that.
work.
look at that! Look at Harold.
Do you have a human archer?
But he's
so
not wearing a
good.
tuxedo.
I know.
Use your imagination.
I'm going to use my contacts at
Not
Wizards
my
of Coast
elected
to
thing.
get complain about
a
this.
tuxedo bugbear.
I don't know if I'm
Tuxedo
just going to complain. Next time I talk to Mike Morales, I'm like, dude,
Tuxedo bugbear.
why
Why didn't anyone
Why
think
isn't-
of
yeah.
this?
Christopher Burdett, you need to draw that.
My electric one is fine.
Yeah, I would like to invite anybody watching if you'd like to do some fan art for us
boy, yes.
during this segment. We could maybe display it later on in the stream if you send it in. You got to be fast at fan arting, but
Or you can send it to us after the stream if you need more time for
Yeah.
beautiful
Exactly.
creations. I will still post it,
Oh, yeah.
particularly if it is about Harold.
Harold the Bugbear,
Harold the Bugbear.
the tuxedoed bugbear.
Not going to
Butler.
lie, there will be favoritism.
Yes.
It looks like we're about to enter combat.
Well, hold on. I'll tell everyone to hold still. And I want to cast Silent Image.
Okay.
And it says I can create a visible phenomenon, so I'd like to mirror an empty hallway with a silent image at the front of the hallway.
Okay.
Oh, so they come right at us.
Well, we'll see if they take a left or a right.
Well, it creates a screen.
Right.
That's like a Think
Exactly.
Geek Infinite corridor.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Which may or not.
So really, it's going to turn on whether they turn left, right, or go forward.
Yes. So
William
you
on
can
Facebook
roll a
suggests
d6.
If you can crawl
One,
to the top of
2,
high
3,
road.
4, 5, 6. No. It's his spell. He's got to
Oh,
roll.
right.
2.
Okay, so they actually do turn right.
They turn right. I cast invisibility.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So for those of you at home who may not be able to see, the guards were coming down the hallway. They saw an image of an empty hallway, and they decided to turn right, which is right into Helga, our rogue, who's now casting visibility.
I am now invisible. Oh Lord. Really, it would be really
Be
easy
very
to backstab
still.
somebody.
Hey, Harold is just gonna go ahead and
Hey,
take out his
so-
great axe just in case.
Okay, so as Harold pulls the great axe out,
It's
and
a
we're
very
seeing these folks
special,
go by,
you know?
You could even take an attack of opportunity.
I'm going
Those are two sneak
to
attacks.
I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Harold. So
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and play that on your beautiful music.
oh, okay, so
That's awful.
So the Drow Bard whips out his mini magical
Synthesizer.
Yeah,
That's seriously bad.
That's very inspiring.
That's great.
Yeah, also,
It
I think
should,
they
but
just
for
heard
comedic
us.
Look, all right. As soon as I hear the first words come out of the bard's mouth, I know what's going to happen. So I will indeed take that attack of opportunity. All kinds of fun stuff. What am I aiming for?
That's up
I
to
mean,
you. Who do you wanna- who
thematically,
do
you
wanna attack?
would bring out
So
your
what-
instrument
tell me
at
what they
any
look like first.
possible
Okay,
moment.
so just like the other ones, you have the two good-looking guys. You know, they seem alert. They're a standard guard.
So you've got a D8.
Then led by a really rough-looking.
Oh, no, he
dude
goes
that-
first.
There's none in
Okay.
there.
He seemed to be the
You've
leader
got
last
one.
time.
Yes.
He's got to go first.
Here's the
All right. So I get what do I get? I get advantage since it's sneak, and I get a second one later because there's
Yep.
attack opportunity, right? 11 plus I am using my dagger. That would be a 16.
That will hit. So this is actually, you know, he draws an attack of opportunity by moving through your, you know, 5 foot within your square. So you're actually able to make your attack. You get your sneak attack.
And that would be cunning attack. Extra 3d6 damage. So, you know what? I'm not using the rapier. I'm going to use the dagger because I don't want to get tied up in anything. So, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
10. Okay. So 13 plus your modifier?
Plus another 5.
All right. So now,
I'm going to zap him again if I can.
yeah. Well, first the rest of the group gets to could also act as because it's kind of like a surprise round. Now, by it being an attack of opportunity, you use your reaction to do it. What that does for you is that means you're going to actually be able to sneak him again if you beat him in initiative.
Okay. Rock on. Are we're in initiative rounds or is this our...
Yeah,
So we're rolling initiative now?
We were going to but you guys can all take an action.
So we get a free
Okay,
round.
let's,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
let's take actions first. Then.
So-
Okay.
This. Yeah. 12.
Oh.
12, 1.
Oh, are we rolling initiative now?
Oh, here, tell me around the table. What do you got?
4.
4. I got a 12.
4.
God,
Take inspiration for
bad.
taking charge
What'd
of
you
the
get?
system.
1.
The bard is last.
16.
16. The fighter's first.
13.
13.
Oh,
So,
You can add dex.
fighter,
Dex and half
butler.
proficiency.
Oh, on my. Okay, so it's not a 1. I'm still last though.
All right. So fighter, butler, thief, warlock, and necromancer together, then bard.
Okay, then I want to shoot somebody with my light crossbow.
So are we still behind the screen?
You
It's
are.
just a spell, though, right? It's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
past it because you know it's there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. My thing is, would that count as a surprise attack or?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
all surprise round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys have got the drop on them.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to shoot. Who did you hit with?
The scruffy looking one.
Okay, I'm going to go for one of the pretty boys. Take him out.
Okay. You can actually get one right from where you are. You don't even have to move.
Excellent.
I don't think she was planning on moving.
Yeah, that's why the crossbow. That's why I picked
because
up.
it's an intersection.
I know,
it's in
yeah.
the corner, yeah.
Oh, good. All right, excellent.
I'm missing somebody. Who's missing? 4, 5. Ah.
The best way to not get it
hidden
back.
in the back.
That's actually.
That's
Oh,
is
right.
creepy.
His date.
Oh, his
Is
plus
your date,
one.
is your date with us?
Your skeleton day.
Of course. Yes.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure that if he gets too far away from her, she will just
Crumble.
unanimate.
Yeah. She's there too. You put-
Okay. You brought a date to the dungeon crawl.
Naturally. I rolled a 14.
A 14
Yes.
will miss.
Did you roll 14? Or
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh,
and your-
Yeah, no, I only rolled a 14.
Should be in the middle.
Yeah, 14
So
misses.
I had.
Nope, down more.
Oh, yeah,
Great.
I've got.
And they didn't know you're there, so you can attack with advantage. So you can roll.
Roll again.
Roll twice. Pick the higher.
Well,
Nope, not that
14
one.
it
That's
is.
a
14
1.
plus 8, that's 22.
22? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
They have
Roll your
some
damage.
crazy
That's a
armor.
D8.
4
Plus 8.
plus 8, 12.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh, it's not. No, it's that.
Just your attack.
Yeah, it's just that one.
I
Sorry.
mean, just the.
You got it.
Where are you guys?
It's
You're
your dex.
Oh, yeah.
3.
7.
Okay. So, yeah, you get him right in his side.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, that's not very good.
Who's next?
In initiative order, I think it might be me.
Yes.
Mine's
Yep.
15
Yes.
damage. I did do it.
Yes.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna just come through that screen. Just burst in through there. I'm gonna end up over there.
Okay.
Standing right behind the two, I'm guessing those are the pretty guards.
Yeah, they're the pretty ones.
Alright, so I'm standing behind the two pretty guards. I do have my great axe out, and you may say, where did that come from in your tuxedo? And I would say, stop asking questions.
Like Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So I have a great axe out. I am going to, I'm a barbarian, so I'm going to use surprise attack, which means if you surprise a creature, hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage.
Nice.
And I can use this trait once per combat, so there you
Smash
go, everyone at home. And I am going to roll now. Am I rolling with advantage?
Yes.
Excellent. That is going to be a 22.
Oh, that hits.
That hits, it sure does. Alright, I am also bardically inspired, but I guess I didn't need to use it, so I'll
Yeah, hold on. But
and so Great Axe is 1d12 slashing, plus, because it is a surprise attack, a extra 2d6 damage, so...
Are you College of Lore?
yes.
Let's see. Which one is d12? It's that one. 10 plus 2d6. 1, 13. So 13 total damage.
Plus your strength?
Oh, plus my strength, which is 3. So 16 total damage.
So, how did you just kill him?
Tell us how it happened.
Okay, well, he's very concerned about getting blood on his tuxedo.
Because you can't just go buy these.
You can't just go buy these. So I think he's going to sort of swipe low, maybe at the legs, and just basically try and go for the legs, and then that's just gonna just basically cut him in half.
It does just that. He bleeds out.
Right, and he
major
kind of
arteries.
does it while leaning back, like
He makes it from the blood.
yeah, and just like cover the white shirt.
So, and I'm literally right behind you, so you're splattering me in the blood.
Yes, absolutely. He is also long-limbed, so it's like really far out there.
All right. So who's up next?
Who do we
I
got?
think you are.
13.
That was me.
Oh, the fighter went? Yeah, I am next.
Okay.
And this is still a surprise?
This is good. Well, this is you going first.
And the advantage, of course.
Oh, this is not surprise. You kicked off surprise, actually.
Right.
So we'll skip you for
Yeah,
now.
until you figure out what they have for initiative.
So,
That would be Necromancer next.
All right. I am going to attempt to chill touch the back pretty guard there.
okay.
I'm assuming you're moving forward.
Over a 20.
Yep.
I don't have to touch him.
Oh, really? Chill
Yeah,
touch?
chill touch. I don't have to touch him. But shocking grasp you do.
So confused.
So I just a ghostly hand
Get cold. All right.
apparition latches onto the back of his head. That definitely hits.
All right.
And do 8 for 10 damage, necrotic.
So your spectral hand shoots out into the back of his skull and reaches through his skull, and his jaw just drops, his head flies back in a silent scream as he just topples over.
Did he die?
Oh yeah.
That tastes wonderful.
Guys, I think we're real strong.
It does seem to be that way.
Or,
These are
certain
just-
vampires choose guards based on how pretty they are.
Actually,
strong.
meritocracy, apparently. All right.
That would
So
be...
the drow or the warlock?
You guys are tied at 4. So you're next, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm next. So, I will move up a little bit and then cast Eldritch Blast on the survivor.
They're not going to get a turn.
12.
A roll with advantage.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's better. That's 24.
Yep. Slams him right between the shoulder blades.
10. 4, 10.
Okay. And you got
So
you have another attack as well, right?
Mhm.
So it would be
Oh,
minus
you're
25
right.
on that guy
Yeah,
already.
you get it's 2d10 at
Do you
fifth.
want it?
Fifth, yeah.
Wait, okay, I'll take it.
It's not two. It's two bolts.
Yeah.
Two different
So
rolls?
you have to-
Because
got
you're
it.
level 5, yeah.
8. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 8. So that was an 8. So
18.
18.
All right.
So we have to roll to hit with the second one.
You're right.
Almost.
Wow.
19.
It's because you're a DM all the time. You don't know how these characters work. It's not a monster.
Yeah, normally the players take care of all this.
Hey, let's just get away with
26. So I'll reroll that damage because that's not fair. 5. So 15 total.
So that would be, this guy's taken a total of 30 so far.
All right. He's looking beat up. He's kind of grunting and growling.
All right, I'll pull my rapier out. And do I roll with advantage on this still?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't really help at all. So that's yeah, that's definitely gonna be a let's see, 12, 15.
A 15 actually hits.
Okay. Well, very well. Then I get my 2 plus 3, 5.
Okay.
You're killing it, very good.
35 damage.
So you nick him.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive.
All right, then I guess you need to roll initiative.
Give him a nasty scratch.
He goes at a 15.
Then he's going to go before I go.
But
I was a 16.
16 will go first.
All right.
Unless there's something higher.
No.
Then I feel like at this point I should take out my short sword. Can I
Okay.
switch weapons? I
Yeah,
can-
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Are you close?
Oh,
She'll have to
Shoot
run
now.
out.
doesn't matter what I have. I only rolled a 2.
That's
That's
all right.
her, right? Yeah.
Well, you still get to move.
So you're right
Yes.
there.
Okay.
So that's your first attack. As a 5th level fighter, you get 2?
Yes, I can take an action surge.
No, you
No, no,
just
no,
get
just
two.
get
two
Oh, I
attacks.
just get 2? All right, excellent. See,
Oh,
you don't
no.
have to know how to play people. Not an 8. Man.
So that was a short sword?
Yeah.
Second,
All right,
eight,
so you
14
lash
plus.
out.
Plus-
You lash out, and each one of your
Plus
strikes
one.
is met by a dagger block.
Oh man, there's only 9.
All right.
Alright.
I guess that's me.
What do you
He's-
go at?
I go
She
at
goes at
13.
He's 15.
Oh, so
So
Yeah,
he's
goes.
going to go first.
I hope he's.
Can I use a bonus action now?
No, you have to use it.
Oh, yeah, I should have done it to hide. I'm not used to rogues.
So, let's see. Ooh, what's the guy next to him? He's got 3s. So he's going to slash out with the scimitar. I'm
Well-
just going to go.
Let me ask you a question. He was facing that way. Is he turning this way away from me, or is he turning that way away from the drow?
He's going to turn and face center.
So,
Man.
if he goes, which way is he going though? Because if he goes this way, I get 1, and if he goes that way, the drow gets 1.
Yeah, he just turns around this way. He turns the face.
He's not flanked though, right?
No. I don't really use the flank rules. For
Okay,
the
don't
optional
worry
rules.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Look at these DMs.
Yeah, right.
Getting all these rules up in here.
Yeah. So he swings at the drow with his scimitar. For 17. Does that hit your AC?
Yeah, it sure does.
Alright. At the monster hunter for a 16 with the scimitar slash. And a 15 at the duergar.
That hits me.
Alright, so basically he just figure eights with the scimitar in front of him. And as he does, it glows faintly. Well, you got lucky because Billy took 4.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same order that hit it.
Okay.
9 for the monster hunter. And, oh, good. That's nice. And 5 for the duergar.
Ouch. Dragon man.
You wretched dogs, die for the lady.
Yeah, you are.
And now, yeah, so that was 15 for initiative. 14s, 13s.
13.
13.
12, sorry, 13 then. He's going to be dead before I can kill him to death. Damn it.
Get him, Harold.
Come on, Harold.
Okay. I do have long limbs, so my reach is 5, but there is a person in front of me. Can I even get to him?
Throw the axe.
I do have throw.
You wanna throw it?
DM.
I'll let you throw it.
Well, so I have 2 hand axes and 4 javelins.
Keep your
So
tuxedo clean if you throw it.
Where?
in my backpack.
All those javelins in your backpack, huh?
In my backpack.
Okay.
You're just a player.
Oh, yeah, are you?
That's it. Keep
It's best not to question the physics of D&D.
No, it is not.
Okay, I'm going to throw a javelin at him.
Okay.
Okay,
Throw it.
here we
Let
go.
it fly.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and use that bardic inspiration. Okay, so in total, that is gonna be 6, 7, 11.
11 is not going to do it. He just
Yeah, no, it's
picks it
not.
right out of the air with his scimitar.
All right, I'm gonna throw another one. As my second attack. Just one didn't work. I had one in the other hand. So you gotta do both. That was just my wind up, guys. I got this. Okay, this is better.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 21.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And that is going to do 9 damage.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything extra for
Still limping
throw.
along?
Yes. It hits him right in his gut. Like, the armor stops it from piercing. He's like, oh!
Okay.
So
That was my
he's,
turn.
he's taken almost 40 points of damage.
And he's taking more than 40.
Oh, right.
So, now the rogue is up.
Screw it. I'll take the rapier out and try to poke him in the eye. Alright, 17 is... She's got the bardic thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 17.
Which I no longer have.
17.
And actually it's a 22 with attack bonus.
Oh, yeah, then absolutely, yes. Yeah, he tries to block with his scimitar.
Hey, look, that's a 1.
1 for damage. We also need a sneak attack.
Yeah. Oh. That was a sneak attack?
You have enemies adjacent to him.
Got it.
I mean, allies adjacent. Because he's the
5, 6, 8, 9. That would be 10 damage.
10 is that including your modifier?
It does not. 15 damage.
So,
That's the attack bonus. 12. Plus 1 is 13.
yeah, so you get him to the side, he's bleeding, he's still up. It's like the scene from my
Die.
It's nearly a flesh wound.
That would be
12?
That was me, and then the 4s.
Go for it.
Okay. I will
Especially as just going to
Pull out his rain again, please.
chill touch him. That is a 19.
And I think we'll
That is 9 necrotic damage.
9 necrotic damage.
Yes.
You see his eyes pop. He's like, and then like he gives the shock, and he's still alive.
I feel like he's probably bloodied.
Oh,
this
he's well
point.
beyond that point.
Yes.
Got it.
Why won't you die?
Alright, I will Eldritch Blast him again.
He's like, for the lady.
And this time I'll do it properly.
Okay.
Got a 13 and a 14.
He's like shuddering and convulsing, and he like dances past your Eldritch Blast. Like, over his shoulder.
Where's my bardic inspiration?
Finish him.
Oh no.
Fatality.
Finish him.
20. Yeah, it's 20.
Oh yeah, how do you finish him? You
Uh,
had one hit point after.
oh, take the rapier and drive it right through him.
And so he just like slides right down until he's like right in your face. His breath stinks so bad. It smells like ass, and he's just like, and then dies.
So this is all taking place over about 12 seconds, yeah?
Yeah. Well, not even. Yeah, it's been 2 rounds, so 12 seconds.
Alright, so before anything else happens, I'm going to get my ass over here and see if anybody heard it from over there.
Okay.
Well,
So
you guys-
he's in your face, and you can see that his weapons are glowing faintly. There's like bluish runic, and the scimitar and dagger seem to be a match set.
Oh. Well, it doesn't seem like he's going to be needing those. I reach out to take them off of him.
There we are. That was so easy. Alright, you said you're bolt down.
Just do whatever they want to do. I can wait.
So,
Okay.
do we see, are any of these corridors like dead end? Maybe like a shadowy corner where we could store some 3 bodies that we just made?
Right.
Actually, it's
Just
really
made.
It's really 4 bodies because one of them isn't half.
Yes.
It's magic. We've turned living things into dead things.
Yes.
And I immediately went down to grab one while Harold is looking around like, You've done this before. Yes, this is what you need to do. You need to pull him someplace first.
Yeah. Sometimes these things are needed in the employ of great people.
I will note one thing, Madame Leader.
Yes.
Where's our healer?
Didn't think about that one.
I didn't think about that.
She was like, I needed monsters for the job. The monsters don't heal.
No monster healers.
Did I mention I'm not that smart?
This guy just take a cursory glance. Does this guy have any keys or anything on him? The lead guy?
You know he does have a key ring.
I will take the key ring.
And you are actually, not too far off, you find like a storage closet that you could probably just, you open it up and there's like chains and whips and thumb screws and all kinds of nasty stuff. This looks
My
like
kind of closet.
Is it nicely
This is an
organized?
overflow dungeon closet.
There we go. There's our storage closet.
Is Harold like trying to reorganize?
Absolutely.
Make sure that it's really tidy.
I mean, less than reorganize, just see what it's like and be like, it's just subpar, honestly. Honestly, it's like they don't even have a butler here.
Needs a bugbear touch.
They're not even trying.
Needs mine. This is the first thing I'm gonna change.
So let's see if anybody heard that. Well, they're stuffing dead bodies in a
Yeah.
closet.
So is there like a shadowy corner in which we can deposit these?
Yeah, you got stuff in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him in the closet.
So did
I got a key ring.
Grandma Witch?
Excellent. You can let the kids out.
Actually, I do not think she did. She is engrossed in telling the story, and she's got the low moans of zombies in
Gross.
her ear.
You guys were okay.
She seems absorbed in what she's doing.
Cool.
I say we finished. Let's go down that corridor they came out of and see what we find.
Sure.
Mhm.
Just leave those children.
We gotta come back. We gotta
Will
come
we?
back.
Corner.
We will.
Who's to say?
Stealthily. Very, very stealthily.
Okay, so you go around, you go down the hallway, down the corner, and here it opens up into a large chamber where it looks like they have almost like a shop where they work on things.
Work on
Yeah.
things.
Well, no, this one looks legit. Like there's carpenter tools and there's smith tools. There's a small forge. There's a vent that goes all the way up and out. But right now there's nothing going on in here.
Are there any exits from the room?
Built
There's
rack
no
and a
side.
raisin bowl.
Are you gonna keep going? You're gonna go back to your companions?
Well, I'm gonna flip this over so that we can actually map it out.
Would you like a fresh one? Look at this.
No.
So let's see. Yeah,
Oh,
right there on the other side.
okay, I see,
So
I
there's
see.
our storage closet.
Perfect. That's
We go down this way, and it opens into a big room.
Yes.
And then there's which side?
There's a door on the other side.
No, let's put it in the middle.
There is, and this door is shut.
And forge.
So
Alright, I'll
for-
report this back to the party and say we want to check out the forge room.
So for those of you at home, remember we were at that four-way cross, and the guards were coming east to west. So Helga, our rogue, went down the eastern hallway and found a forge room, which he has reported back to us. She has reported back
Yes.
to us.
Shall we check it out? I mean,
Yeah.
Certainly.
Let's check it out. Let's see what
Yeah,
the
let's-
door's about now that you have the keys.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let's go have an explore.
Let's do an explorer.
Yeah.
look for
One.
some of the raw materials. What are they using down here? Some of the
You
materials.
definitely find some timber, some lumber, also some iron, and then some other metals as well. Give me perception checks.
15?
You can't get lower than your pass.
Oh, I forgot I'm proficient.
14.
How do you know that?
16.
Sorry, 19.
Wait, can you roll lower than your passive?
That's what you said you can't. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
so
it's
it's
always
16.
whatever it is or higher. 17.
Okay, so 15 and above.
Okay.
You hear a small voice coming from down the hallway from the way you guys came. Now, children, single file, quiet.
My friends,
We're going to a party.
My friends, they're moving the children. It does not sound promising.
Oh, Fargo remembers a statement about something about veal
Right.
from
Or a
Countess
new-
Veronica.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, look, they're deer!
Then we have
Veal
to
is
do
baby
something,
deer,
you
though,
guys.
isn't it? Or baby
Yeah,
cow.
we have to.
We have to
Yeah.
intervene.
My friends, if we do prevent their main course, they are going to know that something is wrong. I would like to remind everyone that the ballroom upstairs was filled with vampire lords. Just throwing it out there.
But we can send up the flesh of our dead guards in lieu of the children, and maybe they won't notice until they bite down.
They're adult guard.
You're gonna carve them up. That's gross. That's
But I also feel like it's more gross to let a bunch of children be eaten for dinner. I don't know.
Like, I'm not going to physically restrain you, I'm just saying, let's think about the implications.
Thinking is not my strong suit.
Alright. I think we better move, because if we keep talking, they're just going to be gone.
That's true.
I don't know about you people, but I'm over here in the fortress.
yeah.
I submit if we're going to do something about it, we should go into this corridor here and wait for them to pass by and do a sneak attack. If we're going to do that.
If we peek out of the forge room, can we see them? I'll peek out of the other side of the forge room.
Yeah, let's
So,
move on.
for all intents and purposes, are we all in the forge room now?
If that's what you guys
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we all went
said,
there.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
So, yeah, I will be there also peeking around the
So they're going to go back to the intersection. They're probably, you surmise they're going to go to the intersection
Should
where
we
the
go up?
stairs are, yeah.
Right. So if we're going to do a sneak attack, I mean, I'm going to need to be here.
Mm.
Can we see anyone in the hallway?
We just heard them. They haven't turned the corner yet, right?
Let's see, who's peeking? What?
I am.
Dark vision, dark vision.
Yeah.
You actually see them first.
Have they turned the corner?
Yeah, they have turned the corner and they're heading towards the stairs.
Or at least our direction. They're coming this way down the hall.
Yes.
Quite frankly, I'm a mercenary idiot. I don't really care what we do.
Fargo sort of doesn't really care either. He's a dark elf. He's not particularly friendly towards children.
So this is what
I-
you get.
I-
What you see for a vampire
I have to
ball.
protect those who cannot protect themselves. It's in my DNA.
What you see, because you're the one that you can see it, is you see a dozen children like strung out between that young woman in the front and the two zombies bringing up the rear.
Sorry, is the young woman also a zombie, or is that a living person?
She looks like a living person.
Okay.
Looks like.
Look, I don't care either way, but I guess if we have to help these children.
I have an idea.
Weren't you an orphan raised by twins?
You have an idea? I'm open to ideas.
I am
All right.
still a bugbear.
It may be a little strange, but how about I talk to her first?
I mean, go for it. my friend.
What
So-
could possibly go wrong? I would love
Yeah.
this. By all
Yeah.
means,
So-
please go
Yes.
talk to her.
So I'd like to stealth out kind of behind him, keeping to the shadows.
Oh yes.
Oh
you can
no.
hide behind and cut the
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not stealthing anywhere.
Alright.
I'm
You're
going,
just
but
out
I'm just
there.
like
May I
I'm
use my
stomping like
perception to
this.
go,
No!
Oh no! Oh no! You don't get to stealth and pull it back around.
Sure.
Oh no! You don't stealth today. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be right back. So, and Katerina, come with me. So and Katerina, my guest, and I will go up and walk, be like, "Excuse me, miss. You are supposed to be allowing
That one?
this young lady to take the children the back way in. It's for a surprise. I have suggestion. I'm going to use suggestion on her, the spell.
Oh, okay.
It's a DC, I think, 14. Wisdom saving throw. I think that's a 14.
It's a suggestion, you said?
Yes.
That's
It just requires verbal, so basically me telling her. Oh,
Is that 14?
yes.
Bardic
Unless
inspiration?
you can cutting words her or something.
I got
Does that
yoinked
work?
back.
Well, you have range on that, so I would allow you to try that.
I don't know. Does it work like that? I don't know.
Cutting words.
Yeah, so I can cutting words her. So
Are you insulting her so that he better persuades her?
yeah.
I'm
So
asking
I get
I
to
just want to make sure I understood what
So-
was
yeah. So I get to basically I get to reduce her roll by 1d8. Okay, so 7.
Oh
She
yeah.
was- she-
So
So he has to be visible for that, obviously, right?
you just pop your head
I
right out.
poke
Hey,
out and I'm
you
like,
suck.
"You're bad at this."
Just so we're clear, you're just like negging this woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
just-
It brings her morale down.
She probably gets yelled at all the time.
How's the car?
so-
Yeah.
she said, "Oh, okay. Are you sure? Does she need help?
Oh.
The children can be a handful.
You know what? She just doesn't know how to get out the back way. Do you know the back way?
Yes, I do.
Great. And so the kids aren't seen. Does that make sense?
Surprise.
It's a surprise. It's just coming from a different way, surprise.
So she literally does an about face and turns around and starts leading the children that way, and you're +1.
Yeah. And then I turn to Katerina and I say, take them away down, we would kind of know the like back paths and things. The back paths out of the area. And
yes, I would say you would know
Well,
that.
I would submit to you that in my abortive attempts to case the castle in the weeks previous, I scouted out all those places.
Yes, all of that works, and you think it's a wonderful plan. You may know a thing or two about. Have you guys? Yeah. He said what it was already. So you may know a thing about skeletons. So give me an intelligence check.
Ugh.
Not much. 8.
10.
Is that including your or either Arcana or Religion? And if you don't have either of those, you're a bard, so you can add half your
9.
9. I need 14. Okay, so 14, you know that a skeleton is an animaton, and they're pretty much mindless. The directions that he just gave it are very complex. He fully, listen to him, he fully believes, sort of totally what he said. So, you think there might be a problem with it following those directions, and you're not sure what's going to happen when she looks confused in front of this nanny from hell.
I don't want to split up the party, but it feels like one of us should go with her now that you've told her to go out the back way.
Can your little undead thing on your shoulder guide it?
That's a great idea.
So wait, we have a skeleton guided by a homunculus leading children out of the castle. Is this our plan?
Sounds legit.
And the vampire is leading the way.
Right.
So.
Oh yes, Ned. So I confer with my skeleton, who just nods at appropriate times. You'll take her, and then that will all work out. So, all right, and Katerina, follow Neb. He knows where to go. You don't know where to go, right?
Sure.
Just so
right.
we're clear, so she's going to lead them out of the castle, and then the vampire is going to say, okay, they're out there now, and come back inside?
No. They take them out of the area, and then we will come get them.
But we're
But they'll
sending
be-
him with the vampire.
No, she's
Or
not
whatever
gonna
she
go.
is.
I told
Yeah,
you.
she's
She's going to go.
You convinced her!
You convinced her that she's got to lead them
To the
back
exit.
to the back way out. Yes.
Yes, but not to follow.
I
I don't know what she's going to do after.
I don't assume a lot.
Suggestion? It's just a suggestion.
Listen, it assuages my guilt about what's happening to the children, so let's just get them out of here, right?
Yeah, that seems like the wise move. They're not on their way to the buffet.
Yeah, exactly.
Plausible
Yes,
Good.
plausible
Okay.
deniabilities plus.
Like you
they're
said,
not-
you're not very smart.
Okay,
Only a
children,
little bit.
all hold
Okay.
hands.
I'm
Follow the nice
perceptive,
lady.
I'm not smart.
And I'm assuming the zombies go with them.
Yeah, those zombies follow the young woman. Yes.
mean, they are still going to eat those children. I'm just saying, me, the human Thursday, feels guilty about this. Harold the Bugbear
It's fine.
It's fine.
Maybe
We
they
can
won't.
always
Maybe
go
they'll be
follow
delayed.
up later. We've got other
Okay.
fish to fry right now.
We have a
still have
world-ending
Sir
cataclysm
Carl.
to stop.
I thought I said for her to let the lady take them. She was just supposed to show her the exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, look,
right.
let's continue.
Yeah, let's.
Maybe it's the long way.
Okay.
And we can always come back to the kids.
I'll check out the door on the far side of the forge.
All right. It is locked.
Oh,
You have-
Hey, do you have some keys?
Yeah, I want to try the key ring.
Which
It opens.
Oh, okay. Right.
I just
I was
want-
gonna check
he's
the
been
locks.
looking for locks anyway.
No.
Okay,
Are
well,
we-
unlock the door.
Okay. So you unlock the door, and in this chamber is you got stone cutting, right?
I have all kinds of crazy stone abilities, yes. Not stone cutting, I have
Stone farm.
stone cutting, and I do stone cutting. Yes, I do.
Okay. So you actually know that this area is actually underneath the ballroom. And
Are there any things that look like they raise and lower?
well, there is several things when you kind of like walk through, when you go through the door. One, this chamber is kind of large, and there are all kinds of like mechanical contraptions around it. So this room is like a 40 by 40 foot. In the center of it, there is a dais, and on that dais is a large black stone that's been carved in the shape of a skull.
Is that the thing?
Is it the witch's stone?
Is that the thing?
You think it is?
Go touch it. Go touch it.
Standing onto either side of that dais is a humanoid. He's about 8 foot tall, which with horns on top of his head to probably give him another foot or two, and the head of a bull. He's holding a huge axe.
Minotaur.
Yeah, basically a minotaur.
So imagine a minotaur.
And standing across from him is another one that looks to be made of clockwork, and is of brass and silver.
Is this an automaton or is it a clockwork minotaur?
It looks like a clockwork minotaur.
That's awesome.
Mecha minotaur, if you would.
Before you engage in this fight, which I assume will be a fight, we'll take another break here.
Yep. So we are going to take another break for beverages and things. Thank you for watching. We'll be back very soon. And don't forget to enter into our giveaways. We'll be drawing the next 3 winners when we come back. So in the meantime, please enjoy these amazing commercials which I'm about to play.
Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchist Ryan, and today I'm joined by
Nerdarchist Ted.
And today we're here with Brian Stolman, the
Don't tell me where I don't belong. You're not my mom.
What we have here today is the new and improved ThinkGeek Annoyatron. Excuse me. When we made these last, they were not up to our usual standards, and we're sorry. But what we've done is sent them back to those guys in R&D, put them in the lab, we've done all the scientific testing you could ever want, and we've made them better than ever. Super easy to use. You just pull the pull tab, you cycle through the sounds with the button, and you leave them somewhere for them to be never found again. Enjoy the chaos. Hi, Chris. Bye, Chris.
Have you compared like your childhood photographs?
Colin, we literally just had a meeting about this. Turn your phone off.
Look, Noreen, I keep my phone on vibrate. I'm waiting for a call from my allergist.
There's something called silent.
No.
Silent.
No, I need to hear it.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sit down.
Inside voice.
Sit down.
Inside voice.
You're distracting me.
Exorcism is a religious or spiritual practice of purportedly evicting demons or other spiritual entities.
Hi, is this a priest?
Hi, yeah, I'm a priest.
Do you perform exorcisms?
I mean, I guess I could.
You don't belong in a workplace if you're gonna have your phone on.
Don't tell me where I don't belong. You're not my mom.
Mundus spiritus omnis satanica potent.
Colin, why are you like this?
And as you can see, our businessing is at an all-time high.
Alright, last question. What's your favorite sequel? Aliens or Terminator 2?
I haven't seen those.
Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchy Ryan, and today I'm joined by
Nerdarchy Ted.
And today we're here with Brian Stillman, the maker of a handful of documentaries that are very much in our niche that you're going to want to check out. So we have Eye of the Beholder that's in the works.
Hey guys, jump down to the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. It's a great way to get gaming tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So today we're here with Brian Stillman, the maker of a handful of documentaries that are very much in our niche that you're going to want to check out. So we have Eye of the Beholder that's in the works right now.
Yep,
right?
in production.
And in production we have The Art of D&D.
Well, no, those are the same. Eye of the Beholder, The Art of Dungeons and Dragons.
Subtitle,
Yes.
right. And then there's the one with the Star Wars action figures.
Plastic Galaxy, the story of Star Wars toys.
Yeah, so those sound really cool. So first, I guess for our audience, do we want to talk about the Eye of the Beholder, Art of D&D documentary and the process behind that?
Sounds good.
Of course we should.
Hi guys, welcome back. We have acquired more beverages and snacks and things. I hope that you have also acquired more beverages and snacks and things. First, we're going to address some questions and comments from you guys. First, a lot of people worried that the things we just killed were vampires. I think the party consensus is we really hope not, and if they were very bad at being vampires.
They went down way too easy to be vampires.
But now that you mention it, vampires can only be killed with like being beheaded, a stake to the heart. There's something else.
Running water, fire, acid.
Radiant damage as well as the killing blow.
You guys are such nerds.
I am now realizing that maybe I should have kept my javelins, but that's fine.
Wait, you call this? Where are we? What are we doing?
Also, some people were a little confused when I used the term bloodied, which is my bad. Bloodied is a term from 4th edition, which is used to describe when an enemy gets below a certain health point level.
Percentage,
half.
yeah.
And it triggers abilities.
Right, so that doesn't happen anymore in 5th edition, but I was just using it loosely to determine how hurt
Real
the
beat
guy
up.
was. And it
Real
was
beat up.
real bad. We're also going to go ahead and draw our next 3 winners. They will be receiving these amazing, not these exact ones. But
Not the one that Bianca's been drinking from.
Not this one that I drank from. Nobody would want that. But you are going to be receiving some D20 mugs. They're really awesome. I've been drinking out of one, so I personally endorse it. And it has a little hat, because I can't think of what that word is.
That's a top.
This is a cup hat. It has a cup hat on it to keep your drink warm, so it's really nice and perfect for D&D. Clearly, let's pull these winners. Here we go. We have Jacob, who didn't put his last name in, but he's from Michigan. So Jacob from Michigan, congratulations.
Make sure you check your email.
Yeah, make sure you check your email. We'll be emailing you for your shipping address afterwards. Scott M. Congratulations, Scott. And Jennifer D. All of you will be taking home, well, not taking home because you're not here.
Come to our office.
You we will send to your home an amazing D20 mug. So that's really cool. Also, now is around the time when we are going to reveal the secret word. The secret word is crit success. It's all one word. It's all in caps. If you enter that into our giveaway, you will get an extra entry. That is our thank you for continuing to watch so far. And our next winners are going to win some really, really cool prizes. So if you go ahead and enter Crit Success, CRITSUCESS.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen. I can't spell. I'm a bugbear. I'm not known for spelling. If you enter the secret word, which is on the screen right now, you will get an extra entry into our giveaway. Thank you again for watching, and I think we're maybe about to fight some minotaurs. Maybe we'll talk to them and send them out of the door with a skeleton. I don't know.
Hey, I could play my tiny piano, and maybe we could just have a dance-off and see whoever wins.
Yeah, is this like Star Wars style?
That'd be really, really boring for people watching.
I don't know. So we're actually just we're gonna act it out on the table. Okay. We're all just gonna do our
all right,
interpretive
you go
dance.
First, Jeff.
Okay, let's go.
Is that your actual in-game instrument?
No, so my character has, for his in-game instrument, my bard, he has a tiny piano that he had enchanted by a wizard to shrink down so that he can carry it with him. It has no magical abilities at all, other than being a tiny piano that can go anywhere. It does have this one downside, though. Because it got shrunk, maybe it doesn't sound so good.
You can always borrow my lute if you want.
You sure it shouldn't be a tiny pipe organ?
I'm not sure.
Because that would have been amazing.
I mean, those pipes get in the way.
You'll know where Harold is, by the way.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, he's right in the front. He's all about this.
So, one of the things you notice, the one Minotaur is actually wearing an amulet, and hanging from his neck is the sigil of the Countess. So that Crimson Heart wreathed in black flame. Except for his is really nifty because it's like either it is on fire and it's not really burning him, or it's an illusion of fire that he's wearing.
Is that the real life one or
the real life one? The Mecha one actually has it carved into his chest. It's etched in there.
Okay, so which one are we calling? Which one's the real one and which one's the automaton?
The one with all this crap on it would be the Mecha.
Okay.
The one that doesn't have crap on it.
Okay.
Kind of looks
that's
organic.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Robo Minotaur. Regular Minotaur.
That's canonical. Now we are fighting RoboCop.
Perfect. All right, let's roll.
So with that, it's initiative.
Oh boy.
Roll it.
Man, my initiative rolls today are just really trash.
I gotta tell you, I rolled really well.
22.
Did you?
I got it.
Did you though?
All right, hold on.
I am a 6.
Hold on. Let me go cross out the other ones. All right, so
Jeff,
22 for the thief.
These dice you brought us are
3.
bad.
I know.
What did Harold
Your
get?
gift dice.
Harold got 6.
6. Armada.
6.
Fargo.
7.
7. And Calvan.
6.
6.
Oh. 3 6s.
All right.
Amazing.
These are literally
6
cursed
for the
die.
vampires.
Look, they're for vampires.
Give me a different one.
So
They're working for the vampires.
It's you, the bad guys.
Hella, the bad guys, Fargo, then all the 6s, and a half of them.
How are we determining order for the 3 6s?
However you feel like it.
You guys can choose amongst yourselves how you want to go.
Yeah.
Or you can go by your highest dex modifier.
+1.
The choice is yours.
+3.
All right, I'll go last.
Okay.
But you're up, so what are you doing?
I'm going to hide. I'm going to go over here and then hide.
Perfect.
So that could be your move and a bonus action.
That's what I get for the counting action.
Yep, absolutely. So make your high check.
That'd be an 11 plus 8.
Okay, so you are.
I believe
I agree.
And
bad guys.
oh, you still get your action.
Really?
Yeah, the hide was actually your bonus action.
Can I still
cutting
rush in
action.
and stab?
Mm-hmm.
Screw it. Let's backstab somebody. And that would be probably not a hit.
Hey, what was your high check? Was this
It was
18?
It was
19.
19
bonus.
You're good.
All right, so 8 plus, what do I get? What is my sneak attack bonus? My attack bonus, right? So it'd be a 13 to hit.
You do get advantage because they didn't see you coming. Also,
that'd be a 12 on the advantage roll.
12 total.
12 or a 13 if I hit. I don't think either of those are gonna hit.
No, that's not gonna hit. So if
I whiff, am I still hidden?
you with preternatural reflexes, it kind of just shifts to the side. So, also, you all have advantage, for you've been doing a great job all night. You've had it already, so you can't get it again. So you can use that whenever you guys want.
Any inspiration?
Advantage.
Yeah, inspiration, which gives you advantage. So, who was next after 22?
I thought it was me, bad guys, and then this, and then
Okay.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is exactly how it's going to go. And that guy will turn and face you.
Exposing his back to everyone else.
Exposing his back to everyone else.
Guys, I'm gonna get hit, but do something.
Make something good happen now. Alright, so he swings that very large axe at you, hitting AC 21.
Yeah, he hits me.
Little man.
Dwarf, thank you.
For 16 points of damage.
Guys?
Oh boy.
I'm like mostly dead. Not dead.
Only mostly dead. That's
Did you pack a healing pot? I sure hope so. We do not have a healer.
The bard knows cure wounds.
Yeah, there you go. You have a bard.
Not a dang thing.
So the other one moves forward to engage the bugbear.
Oh boy.
It's just clank, 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 clank. This one is actually not armed. It does with a weapon. It just brings the bear to 2 fists. And does a 14 hit?
Just barely. I am wearing a tuxedo, my friends. My armor class is not as high as you would think.
He's a barbarian. Armor schmarmer.
Fair.
And
better without it.
Ooh, that was a good roll.
Of what is going to happen.
That is
I'm very
30 points of
excited.
damage.
30 points of damage.
Alrighty then.
So, and lady. And other lady.
Are you bleeding out?
Ow. Ow, very much. Okay. I'm not dead. For the record.
Tank is doing Tank's job.
Am I a tank?
It appears you are now.
He's
Congratulations.
like, guys, the tank, I said butler. Butler. Completely different.
Tank butler. Somebody's got to draw that now. Tank butler.
Yeah, the tank butler and the tuxedo. So I guess.
I'm wearing a full tuxedo myself.
So I guess is it me now? Is it?
It is 7. Yes, fair go.
Okay. All right. I am going to cast Cure Wounds. Sorry, Rogue. It's going to the bugbear. So we're gonna do 2d8 here. Oh, this sucks. You're getting 8 points back.
Okay, well.
Don't forget the modifier.
Oh, plus my spellcasting modifier. Yep, good.
No, that's not a page.
What? Oh, am I?
No,
Well, your Christmas.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Bonus.
Plus,
bonus?
+7.
No, just plus your charisma.
Oh, charisma bonus. I'm sorry. 4.
So what's the total?
12.
12.
Numbers, a lot of numbers.
There are a lot of numbers.
It's kind of simple math.
It's an 18, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so we got the 6s now?
Yes.
I'm going last.
Okay.
All right, I am going to attack the live monster because I'm a monster hunter, so I get some advantages.
Monster hunter, not Mecha Monster Hunter?
That's correct.
Like my new 2 daggers.
2 daggers, yeah, the electric one.
Oh, hey, look. Backstab. Oh, you know, backstab. That would. I'm
I'm
assuming some kind of
backshooting.
ridiculous.
20
A
plus.
natural 20.
Nice. It's the first one of the night.
So were you
It
moving
is.
over, or did you want to stay back here and shoot?
Oh, I was staying back there to shoot.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I was using my longbow. And I get to modify my roll with my 4d8s.
You don't get to use them all at once, but you can spend one, yeah.
I'm going to spend a d8 right now.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, because you're going to roll 3d8.
It's a 5, so that's a 25 plus. So it's 28.
28
Damage?
That's a
No attack.
Oh, you hit.
You already hit.
You were hit the 20. Yeah, the 20 is
So
awesome.
now you pick a maneuver.
So let me do. This is my damage. This is my extra damage. That's 7
Plus
plus.
attack bonus.
Where's my attack bonus?
Right.
There.
Thank you. 7 plus 8. That's 15.
Okay, do me a favor, roll both of those dice again and add them to it.
Yeah, 'cause you
Crit damage.
Oh,
Crit
9.
success. Also,
So,
our code
24?
word.
Yeah.
So you did 24 points of damage. It roars in pain. Now, that means you used one of your maneuvers. Which maneuver did you do? Because they have different effects that can do something else.
Stun him.
I don't think that's one of them.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what my maneuvers are actually.
Let me see. It might be written.
So one of the other 6s can go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
it
go.
might be a spell.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to attack this one, since it won't.
It's the superiority dice. I
Yeah.
added it to
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
not.
not-
Oh, just that's it. There's not, okay. It's
You're
not
saying-
a
Yeah.
spell.
No,
It's not- no.
just added to
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
My apologies.
All right. I'm going to look around and take a step back, and I'm going to have my fallen Asmar wings sprout from my back, but I don't want to do it while people are looking. I'm like really self-conscious of that. So I'm like step back into the hallway. Like, I want to take its life. So I'm going to come towards this thing and be right on it.
Yay, thank you.
But that's all I got, right? I think that's an action to do the necrotic thing.
All right, we got one more 6.
What was the necrotic thing?
It's fallen Asmar, like their fallen angel, like wings sprout from the back of the skeletal, and then you can do extra necrotic damage every
Oh,
round.
okay. So the action was moving and sprouting wings.
Yeah.
Looking hella dramatic.
Yes.
I'm super goth now.
Yes, you are super goth
All right, Harold's turn. When Harold enters the room, he takes a look at the mecha minotaur that is made out of brass and silver, and he just notices that it clearly hasn't been polished in at least two
There's
sitting.
smudges and fingerprints all over him.
And that he, if you were watching Harold, you would see, no, it's fine. Harold, it's fine. And he keeps looking at it, keeps catching his eye, and you see sort of a flame appear in his eyes.
Twitch.
And you can tell, if you were an adventurer, that he is going into a barbarian rage. you know when you say you come home and your spouse or significant other or your parent or maybe an overzealous roommate is sort of like, it's maybe very late and you come in and they're just like washing a dish, like what? What? That's what this is going to look like. So Harold goes into a barbarian rage because he is a barbarian with the totem of the wolf. While I am raging, everyone in my party has advantages on attacks of creatures within 5 feet of me. So track that yourselves.
So go get next to Mechagodzilla.
Right. I mean, so you have advantage even if you're far away, but it has to be within next to me. And I will tell you, he is going to focus on that mecha minotaur. And so I'm now raging. It lasts for a minute. It means I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When I make a melee weapon attack using strength, I get +2 bonus damage. And I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, but I can't cast spells, and my rage only lasts a minute.
Those
So
barbarian bugbear spells you're about to cast.
I do have 2 spells. I can't talk to beasts right now. So I am going to just go ahead and hit him with my great axe.
Hit with my axe.
Here we go. That is a 18.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. So
Absolutely.
that is going to be. Damn. That is going to be 5, 6 damage. No, wait. I add my strength bonus to that. So hold on.
And you had +2 to the rage.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was only a little
So it's 5 with the rage plus my strength plus 3, so 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack again.
Now you're just getting madder and madder because now it's dinged.
Yeah, it's good. I'm my own worst enemy. Boy, that was almost a crit, but no, that is going to be a 20, but not natural.
That will hit.
That will hit. Another swing with the great axe for, that's 12 plus 2, 14 plus 3, so we're up to 17.
Nice.
And then...
Really angry butler.
I might extra attack.
That is your extra attack, your 2 attacks.
Okay, what is the one? I guess that's just it.
And you have to use your bonus action to rage.
Yeah,
so the only
I
thing
did.
you can do is move.
Nope, that's it. He's not moving anywhere. He's going to sit right there. And you can hear him sort of muttering to himself like, it's like they didn't even use cleaner. It's like they haven't even been down here in at least 3 days.
Do they even care?
Do they even care?
Alright, so that is Calavan, Armada, and Fargo all went, and Harold went, so...
It's me. Alright, I'm going to move 10 foot away.
Okay.
And then I'm going to channel my Archfey and use Fey Presence to attempt to charm the Minotaur. Ooh. So he must make a DC 15 Wisdom check.
You're really pretty.
Thanks.
That is a 17 on the die.
Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I can't roll anything about it. Damn it.
Does he turn to face? Does the Minotaur turn to face the Fae?
He might on his turn. We'll see what happens.
Just asking.
Take off. Well, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
It was. It was going to be great.
Alright.
It was going to be so awesome.
It would.
I think
I was
we're
like,
back to the top
this
of the
one
order.
roll may just shorten up this whole adventure right now.
Yeah.
Because I had to roll my dice in the open.
Back to the top of the order?
Yes. Did the bard go? Oh yeah,
I healed.
I'm going to disengage and hide.
Okay, you can absolutely do that. So you can disengage and then hide and...
I mean, yeah, I can hide really well. I mean, 17 plus 8. So yeah.
He's like, where'd he go?
I'm fine.
And who is that standing behind him?
That's me.
Oh, you moved into the room with your skeletal wings.
So I think that's them and then Fargo.
All right, so he turns around to face to see what's near him.
To the Necromancer.
All right, so I guess what he's going to do, he is going to use his reckless attack to backhand the Necromancer.
Oh!
Oh!
Is it a crit?
No. It was on the 20 and it like slid and then rolled over.
Yes.
Thank you too.
Does an 11 or a 12 hit you?
No, it does not.
You can actually take an attack of opportunity because he charges past you, he backhands you, and then charges the Warlock.
Okay.
I see.
Are you here? No, you're here.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
I don't actually have any weapons. Can I spell attack him?
No, not unless you have Warcaster.
Punch him.
Can you try to trick him? I try to.
Okay, you can do that.
Actually, can I grapple him as an attack of opportunity?
You can try and trip him or grapple him. Which would you like to try?
I want to jump on his back like a crazy winged bat monkey.
Okay,
Bat monkey.
Give me a athletics or a strength check.
Boy, I bet those aren't your strong suits.
Critical. I rolled a 1.
Oh no!
Yeah, I rolled a 13, so he doesn't even know you were there. Roll again.
Okay.
I already put him flat on his back.
You made it. Hey, we all have inspiration. This might be an excellent time to use your advantage.
Thank you. I should use my inspiration.
All right, you can use your inspiration.
Oh.
So you miss anyway.
Yeah.
But at least it's not a 1.
So a 14.
That will hit me for sure.
Yes. Ow.
Yeah, that might be painful.
So yeah, he dropped his horns and ran directly at you.
Okay.
So give me a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Get you to have shield spell.
That is not where I'm a Viking. Nope, I got a 9.
Okay, so you were on your ass.
Ow.
And you just took 29 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'm raging, so somebody else is gonna have to deal with that.
Alright, so Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, so Mechagodzilla turns to the raging barbarian, punches out once,
Oh no.
punches out twice.
What sort of damage would you say that this is? Bludgeoning?
This is definitely bludgeoning.
Yes.
You're going to take half damage.
Yes.
But those pile driver like blows
Yeah, I
just
know.
keep coming. So you're gonna take half of maths 8, 13, and 17. So you'll take 8.
Okay.
And the bard's cure wounds was useless.
No, that's not entirely true.
I have a feeling that this adventure is not ending soon.
So that brings us to they've all went. Now what are you guys doing?
So
the 6s, that would be Caliban, Harold, and
I thought Fargo was up first.
yeah,
my apologies.
Okay, I'm gonna do a cure wounds again on Harold.
Thanks, man.
Dear boy, thank you.
Harold's still standing there alive.
Passed out.
Yeah,
your warlock is passed
for the record, it maybe should be on the unconscious man.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think
okay, well then we'll redirect it to him.
The glass cannon?
Yeah, that's fine.
Back up, yeah.
So 7, and that's gonna be 11.
Oh. You're really smart enough to go after the spellcasters first.
Thank you.
Are you standing up? Oh no.
You
you're
did the
prone.
last annoying thing to it, is actually how I go. And you disappeared.
That's fair.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, all three of you figure out who wants to go in.
Yeah, you still have a move action and a bonus action in case you want to like give out inspiration or something. If you have it left still. You probably do.
I've used 2 of them. Yeah, no, I'm good for now, I think. I can...
Does inspiration use a spell slot?
No.
No.
Okay. You should probably give people inspiration.
Okay, then who's
There are a
going...
number of uses, though.
I submit that I would like one because I will be sneak attacking next round.
Very important.
The hidden dwarf is inspired.
Yeah, I love that flourish at the end.
Alright, so the bard has gone, so we're at the 6s, right?
Am I up? All right.
You are up.
I am going to take another shot with my longbow. Oh.
Not a good sound.
No, it's a 4 plus 8 plus. Where's my?
Have you used your inspiration yet?
No.
You can. Yeah, you can
reroll your attack
reroll
if
it.
you want.
Yeah, let me do that. 6 plus 8 is 14, and I'm going to use one of my modifiers.
14 hits.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you, you're attacking the?
I'm attacking the live minotaur.
Yes, 14 hits.
Okay, then I'm going to roll d8 for more damage.
How hurt does this thing look?
Yeah.
The live minotaur, he looks wounded, but not.
He's fine.
Basically fine.
The translation is he's doing great.
Yeah. Just swell.
Alright. So I need to assess damage to this dude. Five plus 9. That's terrible.
You have inspiration if you want to roll with advantage.
Then she already
Oh,
did.
this is
Yeah.
damage.
So that's 9.
Nine is fine.
That's not bad.
To be fair, everyone does have advantage on their attacks because of my totem. Don't forget. Because I'm
Only if they're
raging.
attacking the other one.
Yeah.
We're all trying to.
Within
I see.
5 feet of you.
All right. Caliban and Harold.
Okay. I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch and try and jump at this live Minotaur. A 20!
Oh, nice! We needed that.
I only want your life! So that'll be 20 and 29 altogether, necrotic.
Ooh.
Good.
Excellent. Yay. Something's
Oh,
going
I
well.
get +5 to damage from the necrotic thing for the Azamar. Is
Yes.
that double?
No, because static numbers just
Okay.
dice double.
All right.
Alright. So actually, he actually looks way worse now as the crazy necromancer comes up behind him and touches him, and you just see him like shrivel up and basically like innervate right in front of you. His eyes like bug out of his head.
That's why we keep you around.
Yeah.
Because your girlfriend's not so much.
That was a very well-timed success.
Harold.
Okay, Harold. So now that Harold has been in a rage for a bit, and it seems to be, he's like growing to a peak here. His arms have he's like flexing very hard, and unfortunately, his tux has ripped at the arms and fallen off, so now he is wearing a tux with no arms, and they're all ripped, very much like those t-shirts, as you would see at mini rock concerts. And he is going to, in his rage, recklessly attack. I can throw aside all concern for defense to attack with fierce desperation. Doing so gives me advantage with a melee weapon. Attack rolls using strength I see.
Melee weapon attack roll.
Yes, melee weapon attack rolls have advantage.
Which you already had.
I don't believe that I get advantage from the totem.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's my party.
Really?
Yeah. It helps everybody else.
So here we go. That's a 15, but I have advantage. Alright, 15 plus 6, 21. Yep.
Absolutely.
Alright. So that is 5 plus 2 for raging plus 3 for strength, so 10. And then an extra attack. And this is all on the mecha.
Yeah, and how much was the total damage?
So the first was 10, second attack.
Okay.
Oh boy. I'm glad I have advantage on him this turn. Nope.
Wow.
That was a 2 and a 1.
So, a couple things happen, like right before your eyes. One is you notice that like Mecha Minotaur is getting a little bit better, but also he also gets a lot worse, and regular Minotaur doesn't look as bad as he did. So they seem to be sharing. They seem to link to sharing the damage somehow.
I see. Well, Harold doesn't think about anything except for killing this thing in front of him because it's dirty.
Burn something. Burn it all.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
So is that burn it all?
All right, so then, I'm prone still.
Yes. So doing it up half your movement.
Can you spell cast prone?
Yes, you can.
Burn it. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with two Eldritch Blasts.
The only thing to take into consideration, it may not matter because it's a Minotaur and from reckless attack, is if you're prone, he automatically has advantage to swing on you.
Oh, he might trample me. Okay, if I get up...
Nothing happens if you get up, it just costs you half your movement.
Okay, then I'll get up, that's fine, I'm not really doing that. I will use my 2 Eldritch Blasts. So, 21 and 22. 23, 23, okay. 11.
With bonus?
He just does.
It just...
it doesn't do your spellcasting.
No.
Because you are really attractive.
I've been sitting along next to you the whole time, and I just realized how sexy.
I just realized how sexy
It's
our
a
charisma-based characters are.
It's alright, it's a slow burn.
There's
letting
a-
it seep in.
Yeah.
There's an invocation at later point, I think, that'll add as.
There's
modifier.
vampire blood involved. It's
It's all good.
All right. I think we're back to the top of the order.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I realized that I can sneak attack with a crossbow, which I shall do.
I just had an epiphany.
And you have an inspiration.
Hey, look at that. That'd be a 12. That'd be a 4. I'm sure the 12 plus 5 is gonna hit that guy.
Yes.
All right. So damage with the bow is 1d6. 4, and then 3 more for the sneak attack. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total, plus 5 more, 18. 17, bad math. 17. I will pick up the crossbow and from the shadows smack him in the head with a crossbow bolt, if I can.
Okay. So you totally do that.
And I will use my bonus action to hide. I probably fail with the 5.
Oh.
Plus 8, I don't know. I don't know what they're...
5, let's see.
I think I'm hitting.
13. That's what counts.
Exactly. And then that would be them.
So the Minotaur feels the prick of your crossbow bolt in his hip, and looks directly at you. Not only does he look at you, he looks you right in the eye. Lowers his head and charges.
All right.
Oh no.
I'll attack him.
Hey guys.
Yeah,
you
two
both
attacks of opportunity.
Let's give him a
because if he doesn't go down, I'm dead.
Hey, these are not our melee characters, so
I don't know, man. I've got screeching necro monkey boy over there.
that's fair.
I got my pact blade.
Yeah.
If anyone has
spend my
inspiration.
inspiration as
14.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. So that is
10's not gonna hit.
3.
I don't think.
No, 10 is not going to hit.
3 damage.
Don't worry.
Hey, we'll take it.
Thanks.
We'll take it.
Let's just ship it away.
I think that you might be in a little bit of trouble.
You know what? I did my job.
That's not a good.
I had a
Somehow
job. They did it.
The thief is your tank today. At least half of your tank.
Yep.
2 tanks.
Oh! Both of you that just rolled your attacks. Well, it doesn't matter for you so much. But you have an advantage on that roll because he used reckless attack.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
You're right.
hit it.
13.
Yeah.
Misses.
Perfect.
You beat against his chest. And he's like,
Hey, give me life force.
Oh no, I think this
No,
is
I'm
your
hit.
death.
I'm going down, people.
So, all right. So that is he comes in with his gore attack, which that is going to go a little bit, but I could always roll once. So 16 points of damage.
I am dead.
You're unconscious.
Oh no, I'm at -8.
Yeah.
Are we doing the -10 thing?
No, it's
Nah,
not. That's an old
Different
edition.
edition.
Yeah, I know.
So with that, he kind of like pins you against the wall, and
Oh no.
Ow.
Yeah, play him a funeral dirge. Where you only know Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, it's only Phantom of the Opera.
He feels inspired in that.
He feels emboldened by the turn of events, and actually just like rushes past the warlock to the drow.
It's a second move.
No.
No, he just had movement left.
Oh.
You don't have to use your movement all
Right.
at once. And takes a swing at you for 17.
That'll hit.
So.
What if it said it doesn't?
I mean, that doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
I'm actually in full
Pay
plate armor.
no mind to this.
This is going to end badly.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
I think you guys got him right where you want him.
Oh yeah, it feels great. Let me tell you.
Have they shared sort of balanced out health again yet?
Yes, that's consistently happening. So they're both taking they seem to both be taking damage.
Is the mecha one just sort of crumbling in?
Yeah, certain spots.
Would you say that this Minotaur is now within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
All right, FYI, you now have advantage.
To make attacks.
Excellent.
So I'm not so great at doing attacks. Is the thing.
I have many strengths. And there's many things I'm good at.
It just really like. It's just not one of them is the problem.
If you can get me back up, I can take another sneak attack.
It's one drop.
All right. Well, here we go. So I have 1 bardic inspiration left, but I'm going to let's see.
Well, it's still
I'm gonna inspire myself.
Yeah, the mecha has.
Oh, perfect. That's great. Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You might have a new target for your heal spell.
Well, yeah, that is a bit of a
myself.
So this thing is just looking at you, and it is just impassive. As its fists come clobbering, he totally kirks you.
He does have advantage.
Oh
no!
Well,
I did recklessly.
He hit both times anyway.
Okay.
And so you did not get any 20s. But thank you for your honesty. Take some inspiration.
2 is thank God.
But you took.
And I take half damage from bludgeoning.
Yes, you will take half damage. So 9, 16, 25. So you're gonna take 12 of that.
Okay, good.
How much you got left over there, Bugbear?
Boy, it's not good. It's 12.
Oh, you're good. You're
Can you
fine.
suddenly discover religion.
Pray for divine intervention. So, all right. Now you're up, right?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna heal Helia. That's 5.
Hopefully.
And a 7. And a 4, 12.
No, you're at 0. You just go back up.
12, 16.
That's awesome. That's like half my hit points. Excellent.
And then
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna give a let's see, a bardic inspiration. Let's go to Kelvin on this one for extra damagey damage.
Sorry, just.
So now we've got Armada, Calvin, and Harold.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot this Minotaur again with my bow.
Do it.
And everything's within 5 feet of you, so everything's
A
advantage.
critical success.
And it's with this giant rock.
I know.
20.
Well, I suggest you give up Jeff's dice.
Yeah, these dice suck.
The vampire dice are working for the enemy.
And 7 plus 8 plus
attack bonus.
Where's my attack bonus? Every time. So 16.
Okay. And do you use one of your superior dice on that one?
Yes.
Okay. So now roll those roll 2d8 again for the crit.
3.
And what was the number before that?
18.
18. Okay. Perfect.
Was that right? Or 16?
I think it was 16.
16. So 19 altogether.
Okay, 19 altogether. All right. And you still get another attack.
All right. Ugh.
You have advantage.
You can use it.
All right. 16 plus 9. 3 is 19.
That will absolutely hit.
All right. Let's see.
You go Boromir. Flank.
Not Boromir, he dies. Spoiler alert. Oh no.
16.
I've ruined Lord of the Rings screen.
For everyone who's never seen it.
You did the same as you did with the crit.
Look, the books have been out for how many years? If you haven't read it by
How many
now.
generations?
I've seen it in the last 20 years.
So the actual Minotaur, not the Mech Minotaur, looks really bad. Excellent.
Yay.
All right, so does the party. And right, like you can hear a death dirge playing above the orchestra. You know, it's like the sounds kind of emanating from above.
Literally every sound that's played on it is a death dirge.
Just out of curiosity, what time of the evening is it right about now?
Right now it's probably like 2 in the morning.
So we're getting late now.
Okay, so
Spider Necro Monkey Boy.
to you.
Yes. That will definitely hit. It takes 14 necrotic damage.
Woo!
And I wish these were temporary hit points because I'd have like a lot of freaking hit points right now.
Don't brag about it.
But they're not temporary hit points. Sorry, all you that are being murdered.
Yes.
I'd give it to you if I could.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You drive the Minotaur to like one knee.
Come on, Harold.
Okay.
Finish him off.
All right. Here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and smash.
Harold
smash. 17. I have advantage. I'm gonna use. Well, I guess I don't need to because I already hit probably. 17 plus 6, so 23.
See if you get credit.
Yeah, well,
Okay. All right. I'll use one of my inspiration.
Please.
Well, it's a 19 plus 6.
I think you should use this to pantomime Harold Smash.
Yeah. So it definitely hits. Roll up your damage.
All right, here we go. 6 plus 2 plus 3, so 6 plus 5, so 11 damage.
All right.
And then second attack. Oh boy, I am going to use my second inspiration die.
Okay.
Because I did not hit. That time I did 19 plus 6.
Okay.
And then the damage is 5 plus 2 plus 10.
You staved in half of his head.
Excellent.
They're still alive.
Oh yeah, they're still alive though.
All right.
Oh yeah,
I've noticed this peculiar thing going on. So my Arcana senses are tingling. Is this something to do with their shared symbol and amulet stuff going on?
It could be. I mean, that seems like a solid hypothesis.
Well, so before you even do that, I'm actually considering barreling into one and using my bonus action, which I can do, to pick their pocket inside to try to steal the amulet.
So
let's give it a shot after this one.
I like that.
18?
You think so? That seems sound.
Okay.
There's magic at work here for sure.
All right.
Transferring between and the symbiote.
I mean,
symbiote
there is
the
a
same.
giant mecha Minotaur. I feel like we should know it's magical.
Well, there's that.
Well, yeah, but he's looking for a specific.
They're just
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
well
but-
engineered.
Yes.
It's really well engineered.
So I shout, Hella, take the thing off of his
Take the
neck.
thing! I acknowledge you as I'm still lying down and the wounds are closing.
So the crazy guy is yelling at you to take the Minotaur's thing.
Yep. Did you go?
I did, yeah. I was top.
You're up.
Me? Okay. I'm going to cast Vampire Touch on this guy.
He's like, that's a great idea.
And I will definitely. I get advantage on this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, 18 plus 7, so 25.
Absolutely.
So he takes 3d6.
Nice.
And then 12, and I get half that back as health.
Excellent.
And I get to keep doing that every turn for 10 turns. That's my action.
That's awesome.
It is a great spell.
It is good.
It's no fireball, but
And we
fireball
are
will kill
back to the
balls.
top of the order.
That's you.
Yeah, I was looking at Thunderwave,
Alright,
thinking
so,
the same thing. I was like, that would be helpful.
If I had,
but
so
it
I don't know,
wouldn't.
advantage and some inspiration, could I get back to my feet, barrel into them, and then still perform the bonus action?
So, yeah, you can absolutely do that. You actually have enough because it's half your movement to get up, move into them, and now you have your bonus action.
Well, I'm going to backstab, and then bonus action will be stealing the thing. Because hell, do some damage.
Why don't you steal the thing first and then stab him?
So,
oh, fine, I'll steal the thing first.
So here's what you would probably have to do to, you know what? I think it's going to be just a little bit too far. It's about 20 feet away. It's going to take 10 feet of movement to stand up, and then that gets you right there. You barely get there.
All right, let's do it. So here we go. 13 plus 8. I'm 21 to try to just snatch it away from him.
Oh, you totally snatches it, yeah.
Yeah, my guess is Dex is not his
Strong suit, I suspect, yeah.
It was wisdom.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
It just comes. I can snap it right off.
Yeah, you're able to. It unclasps when you yank on it.
Good. I'll stick a dagger in his gut just for good measure. Or in his kidney. 17 plus
Absolutely.
5. Is that sneak attack since I stole the thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sneak attack because you're surrounded by your allies.
Seriously? Seriously?
You have inspiration.
Can I reroll all of them?
You don't get
None of that.
inspiration damage though.
All right, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Yay!
It's actually enough. So you actually run up and grab the amulet and like pull him down and slam your dagger into his gut.
That looks really cool.
And he keels over.
See, steal the thing.
He only had 2 points left.
But it looked really cool.
But you did it like it was an action movie. Good work.
It actually looked absolutely cool.
How is Mecha Minotaur looking?
So as soon as you take the amulet off of the other Minotaur, it just kind of like shuts down, powers down.
I'm gonna put the amulet on. Does it power back up?
It does.
I have a Mecha Minotaur. Is it listening? Is it like coming after us, or did it just?
It's just standing there.
I'm gonna tell it to walk in a circle around the dais.
Hey, so I mean, Harold is still raging.
No. It's important. I know how to handle this. I've encountered this before.
Wait, I've encountered this before.
Let's say it later.
Harold raises his great
I
axe.
cast
Like he has no idea.
Prestidigitation on the mecha and clean it.
It is spotless, shiny.
He looks dazed, perhaps by how shiny it is. And he's just standing there with his axe up.
Easy.
I will command it to sort of polish itself a little bit more.
He slowly lowers it. Yeah, he lowers it, and then you see sort of the fire die down in his eyes, and he sort of looks around and is a little confused, and looks at his once gorgeous tuxedo that is now ripped, and sort of
Some great tailors, trust me.
just sort of brushes himself off, puts his great axe away wherever it goes. Who knows?
His backpack.
His backpack.
Yeah.
With the javelins.
Oh, so sorry about that. Hopefully nothing. Everything seems like it's under control. So glad. Whew. Thank you, fellows.
So that wraps up. You guys kind of like put yourselves back together.
We now have a Minotaur.
So, hold on. Is it doing what I tell it to do?
Oh yeah, it's doing what you tell it to do.
Oh no. I'm taking it off and I'm handing it to one of you two. I do not want this responsibility. One of the wizards can deal with this.
You were a little bit too interested in that.
It's a Minotaur with 2 health points. What's it gonna do?
Somebody, I do not.
It's like steadily putting itself back together. It's like
excellent.
Bad things will happen if you leave the rogue with a mecha Minotaur. I just submit to you. So I am.
It'll be the clumsiest robot bull thief ever.
While you guys are all doing this, Harold, even though it's spotlessly clean,
It is quite clean.
he's just like polishing up here and there, even though you can't see anything.
Hey Harold, are those weapons any good to you?
Are they? They're weapons?
Mecha Minotaur just was punching.
Yeah.
And the other one, he does have a great axe. It's more like it's a great axe for him, but it'd be more like using a pole axe or a pole arm for you. But you could use it if you wanted to.
No, I'm good. I like old Smasher.
Old Smash. Unicorn Smash.
So I witnessed Harold polishing it, and it's like, I don't really want to deal with any kind of fallout from getting it dirtied up. Why don't you take this?
Take this. Do the Harold.
Look, you've said you've seen this.
It's true. I'm professional.
So I'm sort of tying some tourniquets and asking the bard. So how many times can you cast that spell?
Only the once more.
Yeah.
I mean, Harold seems a little worse for wear, for the record.
You can,
but before it's going to be the time before the short rest.
I'm giving a short rest. So we can't short rest before the dais raises.
Well, okay, so there's the dais in the middle, and didn't it have like the thing on it?
It's got the thing on it, yeah.
Well, is it the amulet that I just handed him, or let's go with it?
No, the Witch's Stone is the...
They were clearly guarding the thing.
Carved piece of stone
And it's there.
And it's sitting on the
dice. Yeah, I think we maybe just wait and try to ride this thing up to the top. And is there?
How big is this? Is it big enough for all of us?
Yeah, you guys can figure it out.
Oh, let's get on it.
So let's just wait.
Oh, this is gonna end.
That thing again? That
Hey,
thing where
so-
it looks like a top thing?
Yeah,
do that.
So here's my question. Can we just have? Can we get the Minotaur up on the dais and maybe put Helly on his shoulders? This is a dwarf, you know. It's like a dwarf. How big is a dwarf, right? So
That's sized.
That way we can have a Minotaur, a robot Minotaur.
With a rogue on top.
Yeah, it seems perfect. This seems sound.
With rogues.
I mean, shouldn't it be one of our spellcasters?
Yeah, it's rogue shooting.
Or our monster hunter who can attack from range?
I think. Well, I don't know how these would fit.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think it would be great to have it on the dais as we rise
Look,
up.
I love the flavor of this, so I'm not going to say
Well, we all fit, but Valazar uses his
Silent image.
Silent image.
Yeah.
You got the liquid sunlight, right?
I do have liquid sunlight.
So
you should get next to the skull.
How does that
will say
affect?
the skull.
Oh, I don't know. Really powerful undead. Can they just kind of ignore it?
Man, I'm just making this up as I go. Let's try it. It worked before.
So before anybody approaches what was once heavily guarded stone, I'm going to use my Lantern of Revealing, which is my magic item. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light. So I didn't really want to break this out earlier because we were trying to be sneaky. It's not great with bright light, but I'm going to shine it on the stone just in case there's something like an invisible trap or something on there.
That's a very good idea.
So I'm going to go
Sounds
ahead
like
and do
something
that.
a rogue should have thought of.
Oh no! The rogue is getting ready to write you a note.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Secret notes!
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I'm
We want to
trying
see what
it.
the secret note says.
So it just reveals things that are invisible?
Yeah, invisible creatures or objects if
Okay.
they're within the lantern's bright light.
Okay, so you do a once over and you don't see anything that's hidden.
Okay. I put it away.
What is that?
That's my magic item. You have a magic item. I don't know what it is, ostensibly.
How do you know I have a magic item?
I did help create the characters and I read through all of them, but it's fine. Oh, wait, no, not yours.
No, I'm actually talking to Harold.
Oh. Oh.
This is where character voices come in handy, Nicholas.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
So, what did you originally say was your original?
What is that?
Oh, this was the gift from a former employer for my many, many years of service. Often, bellmen and butlers are required to light the way when masters or guests come in late, so I have this very powerful lamp.
Where did you get it from?
Again, it was a gift for my long
No.
services.
I mean, where have you been carrying that?
In my backpack.
Okay, can I take a look at that backpack real quick? I'm
No.
very curious.
Sir, how dare you? Sir, that is my personal belongings.
Just want to look at it.
Be ready to throw it to them on the dais when they're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Forget I asked.
Alright. Hella's gonna disappear for a little bit, and you hear a dwarven voice from down the hallway saying, "When you see the rope, climb it."
I don't feel very good about that whole business.
It could be an escape route.
It could be. I don't know any of you all that well. Okay, well, I think we should investigate this stone. I didn't see any traps on it.
Yeah. I'm not good at investigating anything, so I'm just going to play a song, a sad song, and a lament that I haven't been able to find a date at this party.
Night ain't over.
Oh, we're getting there.
All right, I guess, would it be perception or investigation?
You can investigate.
Boy, I wish it were perception. Oh boy, that's a 1.
You have to learn how to frame your questions.
Yeah.
Can I use perception on this?
That's a 1.
Can I use perception?
Yeah, you do have the vial, and I think someone should
Yeah.
All right.
investigate
Yeah.
or percept it.
Yes.
All right, so Armada able to percept, perceive,
Investigate either.
No, I would like to perceive.
perceive-stigate.
Perceive-stigate. I would like to use my
Things
power
in
of
general.
perception. Since this is all about.
No, it's still investing. I was just messing with it.
asking.
And I'm going to look around. As happen to be a ritual book that talks about what's going to happen anywhere.
That is a damn good question.
But you can make a perception check as well for something else.
Let me know when you think an appropriate amount of time has passed for me to come back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm also going to percept around the room to see if there are any, when I swung my lantern around or something like that, did I see any other hidden entrances other than the door?
You did not.
Okay.
So 14.
My passive perception is 16 anyway.
Yeah. So, one of the things you guys do find, I'm sorry, you would have seen this and it's kind of obvious, and that is the mechanism to raise and lower it. And it's actually attached to a timer, like it's hourglass. That
Would have been good to know.
That is well, it's actually inside, so it was like in a cubby. Gotcha. So it is almost time, and you can do whatever it was you were going to do.
All right, so I come back, and so that little special magic item that I managed to procure is a rope of climbing, which is now attached to an upstairs window and hanging directly over the dais should I want it to be there. We have an escape route if we need it.
Excellent.
That is quite nice.
All right,
Good plan.
I suggest that everyone pile on. It seems like the dice is going to raise pretty.
Yeah, you hear the
quick.
grating and grinding of stone, and you hear chanting up above. And you hear the neighing of a horse.
No books.
Did I find anything?
Oh, what were you looking for?
I was looking.
Oh, no, there's no.
Okay, just checking.
That around there.
Because you always leave the really, really nasty grimoire down in the forge next to the fire.
Yeah. So,
and the metal bowl.
As you guys are like cresting through the floor, and like everyone is like gathered around, looking directly at you guys now.
Oh, we were gonna do the illusion.
Oh, right.
My cast is Vampire
But
Lords.
it doesn't change it where they're facing.
Okay.
Because they formed a circle around the Pegasus and the central part of the chamber, and they're all like intently looking at where the thing should be rising up. They can hear it coming up, and you have your illusion there.
My guess is vampires might be able to see through an
And,
illusion.
yeah, you definitely feel like some of these guests are definitely looking right through the illusion. Not all of them. And then as you guys, just before it like settles in, you hear a voice in your head that says, "Now."
I take out the vial.
Yeah.
And shine it on the witch's stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just take it out and you dump it over top of it, and it changes from black to like at first it's like shot through with veins of gold. And
I'm closing my eyes. Don't look at the arc.
And then those veins of gold begin to spread out, and then it begins to radiate warm heat and light from it. It's golden in color, like sunlight. It's just like blares like everywhere. And one of the things you might have noticed before getting blinded a little bit was that those clasps on the Pegasus hooves have broken free or been opened. No, it looks like it was intentional. Anyone have knowledge nature?
I do.
So you believe that like the intent was like the spook the animal and
have it tear its wings off. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'll see if I can undo the one of the wing things.
Okay, so but in the meantime you hear screams and shrieks as this room fills with what feels like natural sunlight.
It's vampires.
Things.
Burn them all.
Yeah. And yes, you see people burning, people running.
Could I have, what is it? Speak with animals? Could I put a hand on the Pegasus and try and talk it into calming down so it doesn't rip its own wings off?
You can, and also the light seems to be soothing it. Like instantly, that mist that was coming from the braziers is completely burned away.
Okay, well, I put my hand on the unicorn and I'm like, everything's going to be just fine. You're in a beautiful island. There are other Pegasus that you just go to your happy place, my dude.
Go to your happy place.
Do you polish him a little bit?
Yeah. I'm sort of like combing his happy place.
I don't think you're getting the job.
Guys, do you think this is gonna hurt my chances?
Wait. There's a lot of vampire lords and ladies that are now dust. I'm assuming they're wearing some jewelry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm also thinking there might be some things that aren't vampires here that might
Like
want to
the
attack us.
Dragonborn, the
Yeah,
Beast
so
Frost. Yeah,
as
I'm a little
as we're
worried.
doing this, I would like to use my pipes of haunting.
Well, I'm also gonna like flick a dagger up at that little rope and the rope comes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the escape route.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone seems to be exiting, and even like the vampires are getting dusted, and the other creatures that aren't vampires seem to be fleeing as well because they don't know what's going on. The sunlight bomb just happened. Some of them are just other undead and don't like the sunlight.
Oh, and I have disadvantage in the sunlight. So.
And also, you know. You see some of the kind, and they're kind of like shaking, and they look like they're coming out of a stupor, as the sunlight washes over them.
Well, now I think maybe we should try and get out of this whole shenanigans.
Yeah, well, let's free the Pegasus. Maybe you can fly some of those out here.
Well, that would be a little difficult, but you are able to free the devices.
Click, I'll get the
like
devices
literally, they're like vices with spikes.
Ooh.
So yeah, he's gonna need a little putting back together.
Hey, that cure wounds.
We got one left.
He can still run and he's fast. But, so in the confusion, if you wish to, you are able to try and sneak off.
Okay, so we freed the Pegasus. Maybe.
It seems, yeah.
Hey, my dude, maybe just go ahead and get out of here. There's an entrance, down over there. Just run away.
Maybe trample some folks.
He nods his head in agreement, and he seems like he understands you.
Okay.
And it runs for the doors, and it does do a couple kicks on the way out.
Cool.
Some of them seem a little extra vindictive. Maybe rightly so.
Yeah.
I should have asked his name.
I'll search some of the piles of dust and fill my pockets up with whatever sort of jewels I can find.
Harold is booking it for the exit.
No, I'm better at roof work. Oh no, I'll go up to the roof and watch whatever they're doing if they need help, whatever. But I'm way better at second story work.
Harold is on his way out. He is not feeling very good health-wise, so.
Farrago is also not sticking around for anything because his tiny piano is a bad weapon.
There's a joke there somewhere.
All right, so fleeing.
Right, so you've opened a window above us?
Yeah, we can right up onto the roof.
Oh,
rope climbing out onto the roof if you want it.
Climbing's unseemly. I will cast fly.
Okay.
Well then.
I am a noble. I cast fly and I fly up and out.
Okay.
Good day.
I'm going to scoop up some vampire dust into a pocket.
But what about your girlfriend?
She's off doing something.
Okay.
I'll find her.
So you start getting the ping from Nib Nib.
All right.
Where the kid, where he is with your companion and the kids.
Okay.
Is there also a vampire there?
Okay, so I kind of try and get an idea on where that is based on what we know about the castle.
So you guys are able to collect the children and save them. The other creature or the lady that was with them is gone.
Ah, well.
What about the zombies?
They're not there either.
Looks like my suggestion held.
Nice work.
Excellent.
Excellent, Nimden. I pick him up and put him back on my shoulder.
Have we successfully?
Yeah, you guys have you successfully did it. You are assigned. You successfully survived the vampire's ball.
Excellent.
Very well.
Can't say the same about those vampires.
You know, we're not, I turned.
Hey-o.
We're not going to get invited next year. You know that, right? I used to get invited to all the parties.
Just not this one.
I don't know. I'll shake all the gold and jewels that I've picked up and say, I don't know. We'll probably get invited somewhere. Hell, we'll throw in a ball.
Look, I can't make any promises. I mean, I really think they're gonna call me back.
Well, if not, I like your attitude. You can work at my house anytime.
Well, we'll think about that. I need to think about my commute and,
I will literally slide you a whole bunch of gold. Please. just so I can tell my friends.
You're a noble, right? You have the noble background?
Yeah.
Just so I can tell my friends that I know a bugbear who works for a necromancer.
Look, what's your health plan like?
You offer dental.
Yeah.
Eternal.
Oh, eternal.
Or, alternatively, you could come work for Hostess.
Oh, look, I've got got 2 offers. Okay, guys, I've read books about this. You
Creepy
play them off each other.
So who's got the amulet?
I do.
I thought he did.
Oh,
So
I gave it to him.
There's a behind you, and now the Minotaur, Mecha Minotaur, is standing behind you.
And I've got a mech.
That needs cleaning.
That needs cleaning.
That's a very good offer.
I understand if you change your mind. Do you know where to find it?
I will surreptitiously take all that gold back.
Alright.
Am I gonna keep my inventory?
Well,
You gotta put it back.
Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you guys for playing.
so
Appreciate it.
let's go ahead and draw our last 3 winners. Thank you everybody for watching, for inputting your name to win something, for following along in our awesome adventure.
For all of your Bugbear fan art.
For all of your future Bugbear fan art, which I'm so looking forward to.
Would you hit that?
Oh, yeah.
Looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and draw our last winners, and
what's the prize?
We have 3 different prizes. The first is the convertible fast travel bag of holding.
Jim, you want to get them?
Yeah,
they're back
I'll
there.
grab them.
The second is our bag of holding +1. And the third and grandest prize, in my opinion, is a Tomb of Annihilation game.
It's very heavy.
That means it's a good game.
Yeah, I have not had a chance to play this yet, but this is the latest tabletop D&D game. It just came out like last month, I think. And it's really, really cool.
And it will fit in one of these bags. One of
It
these
will. It
awesome
fits.
giant bags of holding that we
It
have.
certainly fits in the fast bag. So let's go ahead and draw those winners.
The lining.
Where's my drum roll?
No, there are mics.
But then it would sound like a real drum roll. Alright.
What's that?
Our
drum roll?
3 winners.
Oh,
So first, for the bag of holding +1, we have Jeremiah S. From Colorado. So congratulations, Jeremiah. For the convertible fast travel bag of holding, we have Emily B.
If you have one of these, or you've just won one of these, Emily B, if you see us at a convention ever, come show us. You'll get a free patch for it.
Oh, amazing. And then the winner of the Tomb of Annihilation board game is Emily O. So congratulations to the 2 Emilys and Jeremiah, and of course all of our other winners. Thank you so much for joining us. If you had a great time, let us know in the comments. Maybe this is something we can do again. We certainly had a whole bunch of fun.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you for following along, and have an excellent Halloween. We hope this put you in sort of the spooky spirit.
Annual Halloween game.
And a big thanks to Nerdarchy and everybody who's
Yes.
come down to play with us. Don't forget to check them out, nerdarchy.com and Nerdarchy on YouTube and elsewhere.
So thank you, and
All over the web.
have an excellent night.
Bye.
Stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.